go. Everything is green. We're good to go. There we go. Nice and refreshing. Dingaloo, dingalee, what a day to be me. Dingalee, dingaloo, if you're cool, you're chestnut too. In the year 8923 after Starfall, the Order decreed that any trade with... Okay. I still need to find my fucking house. Oh, I still need to find my house.
Transcribe verse 81.
Yes.
Why?
The sky can rain fire. What
Ha.
blessed?
You're a novice.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
The gardener. Ah, it's stealing. Fuck. Oh, this... Wow. I even made it like an actual garden. It's actually pretty and whatnot. And also, there's a nice claw over here. This is mine now. You see, they get around the steal action by changing it to interact instead. Why? Why even? Ah! 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 Okay. We're good. Nice. And a location marker. Fine. You shall not pass. That's such a stupid goddamn thing. Why? Why did they even put that there? I can appreciate it, I guess. Captain Crow, thank you for the 100 bits. God damn it, Gandalf! Gandalf! No!
Have you heard it? Apparently
He's
the
always
New Islands
blocking me,
Federation
man.
sent an emissary into Rainbow.
Gandalf, in all honesty, if Gandalf cock-blocked me like that, I think I'd be okay. Like, if my penis was you know, condomed up, then ready to slide in, and then Gandalf just showed up in front of in front of the Vaguju and was like, "You shall not pass." I'd just be like, "Ah, damn it, Gandalf." Well, fuck, I guess we're just down to Netflix then. Cause the chill part is clearly out of the question. Cause Gandalf just cock-blocked me. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. I'm just kind of winging it by now. As is what I do all the time. Also, I guess I should probably switch to my, Fine armbands. Well, the fine stuff is better than the old Vagrant stuff, so might as well. Honestly, it's funny that I see a Lord of the Rings reference since I saw a good Gandalf in Soul Calibur 6. Soul Calibur 6 has some amazing customizability. Like, it really works for that game. Fucking Magikarp. Magikarp is gonna be one of my favorite things. I still need to find my home.
Huh? Can I help you?
No, you can't! My good Gandalf, I mean... Gundalf? The Gandalf equipped with guns. Yes, the crypt. I've already been in there though. So.
An outlander.
You fucking
What are you
talking
doing
about
in
me?
this party? Shouldn't you be?
I'm a home owner, damn it. I pay taxes. Probably. Maybe. I don't think I do, actually. I'll wait until you see the other one I found. Oh, please do, Captain. Hi, Beauty Pie. How's it going? What are you up to? Canada Dry Ginger Ale is so goddamn refreshing. It's kind of like it's kind of like Sprite to me, but it doesn't have like whenever I drink Sprite, I have that aftermath of like regret, where like my teeth feel all like they're made of wood, and I'm just like, oh, this was a terrible mistake. But with ginger ale, I'm just like, this is amazing. I'm still kind of meh, but it's fine. How are you, Duke? I got you. Well, hopefully things turn out well. I'm doing pretty good. I spent 5 hours at the DMV today. Which was probably the biggest bullshit of my day. The Dancing Nomad. Oh.
Oh, lovely adherers of the crunchy pleasures. Grow with delight as your teeth sink into the golden.
So yeah, 5 hours at dealing with the DMV today. And then hopefully tomorrow
As I said, the offer stands.
we'll be able to go vote. So
Yes.
Okay.
You should
Yeah.
go to this place.
that's essentially where I'm staying at right now.
I'll wait for you.
Nothing else is really going
in
on.
my laboratory.
All right, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I love his pipe. It's so small. But yeah, if you, the offer is still out there, Beauty Pie. If you ever need to talk, feel free to hit me up, okay? I always try and keep myself open for, if anyone messages me. Like, I may not be the best, advice, well,
Outlander.
yeah, I may not be the best advice giver, or, yeah, something like that, but I'm always willing to listen. And sometimes that makes all the difference, just the willingness to listen.
Some people just don't know their path.
I have no idea where the heck I am anymore. I know I've been here. I know I've seen this place. I don't remember where this is.
Stuff's so expensive.
Reminds me, I have that ice claw I wish to ingest. So I can carry 380 pounds.
Oh, lovely adherers of the crunchy
Undisclosed
pleasures.
units is
Grow
actually
with
what it
delight
is,
as your
but
teeth
details.
sink into a golden brown loaf of our unrivaled
I know, I wrote
Yes.
down everything that was an issue, but every time I read through it, it sounds stupid. And like it shouldn't be as big of an issue as it is. I mean, like...
Yes?
Hold on, I'm gonna take a look at this. Yeah, I gotta see this. Ignore this! This is looking good. Chain altar and code blue. Okay. It's going to depend on how it looks in the battle. Because the Magikarp didn't really evolve until the battle started. Oh. It's a fucking helicopter. I need not see more. I am good. That's... Captain, please post that into the Discord so I can fully appreciate it later. I must fully appreciate that later. Lou Malphus.
Sir?
I have a house in the market district. I just need to figure out where it's at. Cause it's a thing. I like to store some of my extra food and wine there, cause I have far too much, I think, maybe. But now I gotta figure out how to get back to the market district. I think it's this way. But yeah, no, as I was saying before, Beauty Pie, like, it's very easy to, freak out over the simplest things, in which case the best way to deal with said issue is just to have somebody who is not being affected by the by your emotions, or you know, just somebody who's not dealing with said drama, who can more level-headedly look at the situation and edit it for what it is, and you know, put it into words.
Walk blessed.
As to how to go about it.
All your heart could ever desire. Take a look.
I like this guy. I like his facial hair. Drollian Sublime Garb. Increase rhetoric by 9 points, 9% better prices. It costs 2,192. Well then. Magic imbued copper necklace. Magic imbued robe. I have one. Red priest robe. I'll have to play a monk in this at some point. Or I just run around with, like, this red priest robe and do hand-to-hand like a fucking bamf. I have no idea if it will work out, because in this game, in Enderal, they seem to really heavily imply that that is a terrible idea.
May his light guide you. Come back
But
if
hey,
you find the time.
Who is the game to get in the way of role-playing, am I right? It's been 500 plus words. I see.
Huh. You're not from around here, are you?
Oh. That's also fair. Again. Eventually you will have to send something.
That should be it.
You already accepted a bounty. That's a lie!
Fruits,
Except it's
vegetables,
not.
bread,
Forge
fresh
work
from the
and
oven.
leather goods. I
Treat
don't
yourself.
use either of those, so I think I'm good. I don't know. And again, eventually you will have to send it.
Must have been due to its sheer glory.
It's not fun to think about, but
Malthus himself.
unfortunately it's just a
Work.
it's just a thing that you'll eventually have to deal with. You know, hopefully. Uh-oh. Is the game breaking? Yeah, that's yep. Nope. There it went. There it went. Nope. Let me launch that again. Good news is autosaves for days. Thank goodness Bethesda figured out that their games break a shitload, so they had the triple autosave. And it's unfortunate that when they went to Fallout 4, they got rid of that. And they were like, one autosave should be fine. Yeah, that's the Ark Marketplace. Apparently there's an area down there as well, which would be an easy discover. Military barracks, is there a place in here as well? I don't know. But yeah, Ark Marketplace. You can't fast travel in Requiem, so I'm still just left to try and find my home anyways.
an adventurer, right?
I
You
don't.
went to,
Wait. I've.
how did they say it?
I don't think I've been to this area. Art Golden Sickle Guild House. Golden Ford.
Greetings.
That sounds like such a Jewish name. Hello, my name is Goldenford. I don't know why I always resort to that whenever I think of Jewish. It's a bad habit of mine. I need to stop it. I just need to stop it. I thought I was onto something, but then it's just like door.
Walk west.
I mean, I bought the marketplace house, right?
Move along.
So it should be somewhere here in the marketplace. You resort to that voice a lot in general. I do. Because it's probably one of the most annoying voices I resort to. So I just go, sure, why not? It's all good. I'll find it eventually, I'm sure. And if not, I'll just sleep at the tavern like all of the rest of the common folk.
Monsieur?
Hi. Lateral view. Oh, that's a painting. Heartland.
Walk blessed, my son.
Yeah, because like even my inner retard voice has a charm to it to make it like not as annoying. You know, because like maybe whenever you're doing this voice, it's like, man, I can relate to that voice. Like that voice is like the inner manifestation of me. Like it's actually pretty accurate as to what everyone has going on inside of their inner deepest darkest fears and secrets.
Monsieur?
Like it's pretty normal. You checked your map as I showed above. That might help. Also, I think Jaspar has a discussion for on the tavern things. He does, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, and the game did warn me to go do certain things, otherwise I could just miss them, so yeah, I'll probably go do that. By this point, I'm just trying to figure out the city again, because I've forgotten it. There we go.
Oh, you're here.
Says the entrance slash exit over there.
Aye, normally I wouldn't be. But Darwin's wife got sick, so I pitched in for him. How are things? Any troubles?
No, nothing worth mentioning. There were these Killian sailors who got pretty loud earlier this week, but Gilbert and Mira got it under control.
I thought there was gonna be some drama. Like the way he sounded was just like, oh, I didn't know you would be here. And I was like, ooh, what's this going on now? But nothing. Remove the no in a dancing nomad and you'll be able to summon Kefka from Final Fantasy VI. That actually reminds me, one character I like from Final Fantasy, one Aeon that I really want to have make a return is Yoshimbo. Like Final Fantasy X had an Aeon, a summon called Yoshimbo, and he had to have been my favorite summoning in all of Final Fantasy, because it's quite literally just, I give you money, you attack, and he goes, you give me money, I attack. Yeah, so you just pay him in increments of like 100, what is it, like gil, and he's just like, well, dog, attack, and it's such a wonderful thing. I love it.
Yes. You
I want to make a return. Okay, so now I gotta find him. Oh, there you are.
Hey, you came.
Yo,
Take a
what's
seat.
up, Jaspar?
So, tell me, how are you holding up? Must have been quite the whirlwind. Yesterday, a refugee from another country, and now a prodigy with a magic great enough to impress old Bushybeard.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks
Well,
for
that's good to
asking.
hear. I'm quite curious to see how things keep on with you. You're different. I noticed that the time we met. Anyhow, tell me,
really?
what do you make of this country now that you've had some time to look around? I figure it must be quite the change from Narim.
Nah, it's honestly all the same. Tell Jaspar about the recent events. Well, you're right about that.
Shoot.
Classic thing.
Yeah, I
Hey,
can
we
picture
had
that.
fucking... Ooh.
You know,
And
this
like
is
worker
exactly
steak.
the reason why I love inns so much. The sky can rain fire out there. In here, you'll always meet laughter and good humor. Not to mention all the good-looking men and women.
I feel as though we should avoid speaking of the Red Madness. He probably wouldn't appreciate that. Like, way to bring up the shit. A richly set table indeed.
Absolutely. Though I think I've seen enough of this place by now. Of Enderal, I mean. There's a ship sailing for Calais next morning, and as it seems, it will be the last one for quite some time to come. Who knows? Maybe they still have a cabin to spare for a handsome treasure hunter.
Oh, you want to leave in spite of all that's happened?
Oh well. This entire thing was more a coincidence than planned anyhow. The order needed someone with skill and discretion. I was around. End of story. I never intended to stick around for much longer. Heck, me as an ambassador of the Holy Order, could you imagine that?
Yeah.
Not one step further, O fair maiden. Drop your garment so we may both bathe in Malthus's holy light.
You see, this guy
Actually,
gets
not
it.
that bad, don't you think?
Okay. Very convincing.
Oh, you're too kind. But you know, at the end of the day, I guess I'd probably lack both the pathos and the idealism for such a profession. You know, I'm aware of how these esteemed keepers up there talk about sellswords like me. I could save 30 virgins from a Myrodon rampage. At the end of the day, they'd always say I did it for the money, because I wanted to bed the women, or whatever. I'm driven by inferior motives. While no matter what their actions end in, they are good guys because they do things for the right reasons. If only they'd understand that it's results that matter, not intentions. What does the wise hermit say? Nothing is of less importance to the saved than the reason for their rescue. The only difference between a mercenary like me and a holy warden is that I'm at least aware of the fact that I do what I do for myself, and no one else.
I think intentions are actually very much a matter that needs to be discussed whenever you're deciding on the ending result of what someone has done. What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that all those heroes and self-declared messiahs are no better than everyone else. In the
That's
end,
fair.
we are all selfish because we always act in accordance to what we think we have to be like.
You're not wrong. That
So
is
yes,
actually an
maybe the
interesting
keeper
philosophical
saves the farmer
discussion.
from the bandits. But at the end of the day, he does it because he sees himself in a certain light. You know, the funny thing is that a lot of times, it's especially those who think of themselves driven by a higher purpose who are the really dangerous ones.
Yeah.
They don't understand what drives them, and that makes them easy to manipulate. The only thing left to do for the capable hate monger or tyrant is to somehow combine his own ambitions with the mental image of this person. And presto, you got your perfect puppet, only waiting to dive into the next hail of arrows for their honor, their religion, or whatever they thought of this time. It's just so idiotic, you know? The world would be a much better place if everyone could just acknowledge that the only reason we're here is that we want to be happy.
Oh, okay, okay. More. you're saying is that in the end, every person just wants to be happy? That's the purpose of life?
Yeah. Seek bliss and avoid pain, as the wise hermit likes to say. And believe me, once you realize that that's how people just work, life is a lot better.
He's not wrong. Philosophy is a wonderful thing. I like this character for his philosophical debates. But you have to have some kind of goal in your life, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I do. And this goal is called surviving. And if possible, to be able to enjoy a good glass of wine or an exciting night from time to time.
So what you're saying, just to be clear, what you're saying is that we're all egotists, even the people others call heroes. You can be so sure. Yeah.
Blazes, you make it sound so dramatic. Doing something for your own sake doesn't make you selfish.
Hey, Tomcat, how's it going, dude?
Yeah,
been a little
basically
bit.
that's it.
How's it going? I reminisce. I can be so sure that there's no other purpose in our life, no other reason for our existence.
Yeah, I do.
What?
And this goal is called surviving. And if possible, to be... I don't know.
There we go.
Call it a feeling. But if there is such a thing as a universal point to our lives, then I'm pretty sure we won't find it within the pre-digested philosophies or religions most people believe in. And hey, I'd be the last one to reject this great truth if she were to knock on my door, naked and tits jiggling. But until then, I'd rather try and find my own answers.
This is fair. I enjoy this philosophical banter. There's sense in that.
Really? Admit. I was half expecting you to throw insults at me. That's what people usually do when I tell them that. But I guess life is full of surprises. Anyway, I'll take my leave now. I very much enjoyed our talk. But the ship to Kile leaves before the first cocks crow tomorrow, and I want some more time to think about it.
Yeah, sure. For what it's worth, I wouldn't mind if you stayed. The city needs more good-looking mercenaries.
Well, it most recently gained a good-looking Aramese man. Maybe that'll make up for when I leave. Keep your chin up.
Damn, I'm gonna miss that bitch.
Just how it is. Everything was better in the old days.
Gonna miss that bitch. It's your boy, Tom. I feel as though there's like a sort of decency and respect to the name Tom. But then if you add me to it, you know, so it's Tommy, like, it just loses that. Miss him when he's gone. I could deal with that. I think I'll do this quest next. A little bit of bounty hunting is always good for the soul, you know? I can see what you mean. Yep. Yeah, like, I feel as though a lot of names, if you had the, like, tiny addition to it, you know, like a second syllable to it, it just loses a lot of its respect. Knock, knock, open up and shut up because it's your boy, Tom, in song.
I just don't respect the elders anymore.
You really need that new herbal essence.
If only I knew the alt code for the musical lyric thing. But then again, I don't even know if Twitch picks up on alt codes. No, it should. It should. Alt codes are such a strange thing. It's like, yeah, just hold alt and input a number and it'll be like, oh, I know exactly what you're trying to put in. Like, Tom's the responsible adult and Tommy's the nutty little kid. Exactly. Exactly, you get it.
Oh my. Another
This horse has a
soul,
name?
aren't you? Are you
I beg your pardon?
Oh, come on.
Don't you think I see how you're slaving away?
Come from MySpace.
You can hardly
yeah.
put one foot before the other. Look how exhausted you are. And this armor. Whew, it must weigh tons.
I'm wearing clothes.
Thank Malthus, I have just the right thing for you. A way to ease your travels. A mount. And you know what? Today's your lucky day. If you agree to help me out with a little problem of mine, I'll give you one for free.
Okay, what kind of problem?
Gnarldolf, a troll. For 2 months now, every night, I've been hearing this horrible, bloodthirsty grunting near the farm.
Okay.
The guard says I'm only imagining it, but trust me, I've seen enough of the world to know troll noises when I hear them.
Fly by you.
When it all started, the grunting came from back in the forest. But it's gotten closer each night.
We love you, Tom.
And I'm sure that thing is out for my animals. So, what do you say? You kill Gnarldolf for me, and in return, you will get one of my very best donkeys for free.
This
Roll
isn't a
it.
donkey. This
And
is a
believe
full-fledged
me,
horse.
he lives up to his name.
Oh crap! Unless you actually do mean a donkey. Shit. Where the heck does the name come from? Njarfdolf.
That
Or Njarldolf.
doesn't ring a bell. Gnarldolf? As in, the Gnarldolf? From the fairy tale, The Seraph and the Beast. Considering how horrible the grunting sounds, that name seemed fitting to me. But call him what you want, it doesn't matter. As long as you kill him.
Fine, I'll see what I can do. Any ideas how I can find him?
That should be pretty easy. Just wait until shortly after midnight and then scout the area. Eventually, you'll hear that grunting I told you about. Then just find out where it comes from. And needless to say, be careful. You look like you can take care of yourself, otherwise I wouldn't have asked. But these beasts are not to be underestimated.
Yeah, not be underestimated. Something schmesturbated. It's only 8:34. I got a little bit of time before it's midnight. Ooh, look, cannons! These are some very small cannons. These are definitely infantry cannons. Like, basically, the bigger the cannon, typically the closer to the water it's supposed to be. Until it reaches a certain point. Like, the biggest cannons were used on forts. Because, you know, for one, if it's on a fort, there's less chance of, or if it's on a fort, if it explodes, it's not going to sink the ship. And that's a very important detail. Oh, okay. I don't exactly know where she lives. So...
Monsieur?
Okay. Hey, you. You're pretty. In all honesty, that thing kind of terrifies me. I'd much rather it be Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. I think I have to go, into the south corner and then exit the, via the dock. I think. Is 12 and I'm going till 6? I actually plan to do a fairly long stream tonight. I'm wanting to go until at least 4. Because I haven't been streaming as much as I've wanted to. But I just keep getting bogged down with social obligations. You know, like being stuck at the DMV for 5 hours.
Oh my. You just don't get any younger.
Hey, wait a moment.
Walk blessed.
You're the Neramis, aren't you? The Outlander.
How do you know?
Well, let's put it this way. I have a pair of eyes here and there, and it's always good to know who comes into this city and when they do so.
He grows on me each time. What do you want from me?
You're an unfamiliar face, and this is just what I need. Let me make it short.
My Lord X7.
I'm a businessman, and my specialties are the liquid pleasures. Beer, to call a child by its name. In Ark, most inns only pour 2 drinks.
Pleasures.
On the one hand, my beer. On the other hand, Rivervale Ale. Dalsarker honey wine is what they like to call that swill. Now, the thing is, the Riverville Brewery and I have a deal going. And unfortunately, the new vine dresser respects that deal as much as the Rolata respect the righteous path. Now this is why I want your help. I need someone to aid me in serving some retributive justice, so to speak.
The fuck you? The fuck are you asking me to do? What do I get out of this?
A lot. Depending on how good you do, we can even talk about letting you in as a shareholder of my brewery. With small parts, of course.
He's appealing
But
to me as a shareholder.
That depends on how you do.
God, I fucking love business. What deal do you have with the old vine dresser exactly? And how does this new one not respect you?
Now look at that. Aren't you curious? That's good. I like that.
I would hope.
It's simple. 7 barrels of beer per tavern and per week from me. 7 barrels of wine from him. No tricks.
You mean you've set a limit on how much beer or wine each of you sell to the taverns each week?
Correct. That way, we maintain balance.
Big mistake.
Should an inn order more than these 7 barrels, either I or the vinery inform each other about it first. The fact is, that new vine dresser doesn't care about that deal at all. All he does is walk around saying things like how he'll grow the business, how rivalry adds spice, and other Kalian horse shit like that. And unfortunately, some people seem to fall for him. One innkeeper hasn't ordered from me for 3 weeks, and now pours only ale instead.
Fine, I'll help.
Wonderful.
I'll help.
Here, this is a flask of highly concentrated vinegar. Sneak into the basement of Fat Leorin's Inn. That's one of the inns that fools talked into only buying ale. And pour that into the big mead barrel. And, I probably don't need to say this, but still, not a word to anyone. Get back to me once it's all taken care of, and we'll talk coin.
I might want to talk to the wine owner, you know, get a feel on how they are, because if they're a good person, I might just be like, I don't know about this, you know? But as it stands right now, this guy is offering some a shareholder position, and I don't know if you know this, but goddamn business is my luxury. So, like, he has really appealed to me right now. It's like...
Yes?
You cannot offer me enough.
An Ovilus, my son, please. The Lord will redeem you for your kindness.
You're a fucking beggar. God, no. Listen, I gotta save all of my pennies for actual, like, you know, useful things like fine clothes and wine. You might have wanted to have made a manual save beforehand if you wanted to know how this will go. Well, I mean, he said not a word to anyone, so I presume that I can still go talk to the other guy. If not, I mean, he appealed to me, so it's fine. Fishing lodge. Maybe.
There you are.
It's now 9:30 p.m. Also a fishing lodge. This is a tower. Hey, got a magic symbol. Hello, you're... I'd hate to have been the person who had to climb all the way up there with that guy in order to tie him up. That's probably not how they did it, but... like... I don't know, that's possibly how they did it. Ooh, some fine boots. I'll take them to sell. I sure do love fine clothes and money, for I am Mr. Krabs. Fishing lodge. Water economy commercial trading post. No, thank you. So is a new... Do I remember that? In all honesty, no. My memory for things that are said, unless it's driven home that it's important, Tomcat, is probably only about, like, 2 days. In which case, you have exactly 2 days to tell me that what was said was important. But I also have a short-term memory of about 30 seconds. So, yeah. But you know what? That does... Never mind then. I mean, it sounds like something that I'd probably say.
In a bed.
Monsieur?
If I've said that, then tell me. I remember when I still have my quote system. I always forget I have a quote system. I just never use it anymore. It's one of those things that was like really fun to use when I was first starting up. And it drew in some people, but then it's like, meh. Now nothing good enough is said anymore. You did say it one time. I'm impressed that you remember that then, Tomcat. Yee. Did I add that as a quote, Captain? What the fuck?
Like the bite of the like the bite of the
You fucking scum!
There we go. You see, the ultimate assassin need only keep his opponents busy while he slices them in the back. Quote 40. Put a space between quote and 40. Also, there's no way it's quote 40. No way. Rank 1 chain lightning, I'll sell that. Bit of money, some wine. Investigate Ark's Last Watch, a 3-star. It wasn't a quote I put in there. Wait. Oh, fuck it, all that now. Just include the quotation marks. Add quote. Damn it, it didn't copy. Fuck you. Oh, let me try that again. I don't know why that didn't copy. Control C. Add quote. Let me put your full name, so there's no confusion. The Captain. There you go. It was during your first D&D stream, I believe. I don't put context for these things, so it doesn't matter. Okay. They were just sprayed whipped cream up your ass so you can shit it out later. Yeah, that sounds about right. Walk bless Max Niceblood. According to our agreement, as a show of gratitude, we will grant you shelter in our barn near Ark. Once winter breaks, you can find shelter in Ark's Last Watch, near the Farmer's Coast. It's an abandoned outpost of the Holy Order erected to defend the mountain pass against intruders from Thalgard. The Order has not used it in years. This note now belongs to me, so no one else can track him. Haha. Also, that's a very important note to leave behind. Why the fuck would you leave that? Nah, that's a suspension from believability. That's not something you would leave behind. That's stupid. Like, if someone really left that behind... God damn it, hold on. If someone actually left that behind, they honestly deserve to be killed. Because that's just stupid. It's like, man, look at all of my possessions. I have a tome. I have a tome for a spell, a mace, a small coin purse, and a note that specifically says where I'm going. If you could take one of these items with you, which one would you take if you were on the lam? Hey, hello, sir. Protect me, big brother. I need to start. I need to like switch to blunt or something, because like, as awesome as having a dagger and casting is, like, well, I mean, it still does a lot of damage against the living. But man, blunt would be great for those pesky undead, or sorry, those pesky lost ones. When I die, I will leave all things to whom they want. In your will just says, have at ye. In your will just says, I don't know, give them whatever they want. I don't care. I'm dead now. Not a good decision if you have trouble some family members who you do not want having certain things. Cemetery crypt. Well, I'll quick save. Let's do this. You fight. Yeah, that's too big for me to squeeze past. I'll just let him take care of that. The constant cold DPS is really what makes him good. Oh, he's continuing forward. Scrub Lord, thank you for the 10 bits. How's it going, dude? What you been up to? This lock is pretty good for a novice. Fight, fight, fight. Oh God, help me. Oh, I think he was already aggroed onto Big Brother, so I think I'm good. Oh, stay. You got this. You got this, bitch. That was stupid. That was so goddamn stupid. Wonder what we'll find in here. A few coffins. Look, there's one right here. So in Enderal, did people just like like places where the dead were laid, do people just not go there anymore, or like are the last ones only really around for like very specific situations? Like if a person of magic ends up entering their area. Ow, fuck you. Woohoo! The broom saved me. Whoop. You can't get me while I'm up here. You got me while I was up here. Good job, Freddy. I don't know, I'm just changing his name by this point. I don't really know what to call him. He's still Big Brother, but I want to give him a name. I may have given him a name already, but I don't remember. Doing good, same. Nice. Ah, what the? Give me that poison. Still haven't seen me badge being displayed for a moment. Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, Captain, you're right. Are you able to change that? Like, are you able to set that as a set in the settings, like your appearance? Or is it just not appearing? Because that's interesting. Because you should have a bit badge by this point. Let's see. The last ones are mainly due during the time of the Red Madness. You'll understand more of it once you get through the story some more. Ah, okay, awesome. I'm glad they explain it. Panic. Veil of the Mysterious Nomad. I think that's the last piece I need for it. I'm not sure though. This is a riddle. This is a riddle. If you solve this, you win and lose my items. We'll choose you, not the one. I'm not even gonna bother reading that anymore. I can't comprehend what you're saying, Tomcat. I tried though. Hold on. Let me actually eat something real quick. That's my potions. Beef. What to eat? Yeah, I just need some small heals. So yeah, leak is a good start. Happened randomly one night. Interesting. Because it's not just with you, Captain, it's with everyone. Because I know Scrublord's also donated quite a few bits, so... And he doesn't have a badge next to his name. So, that must be something that's going on with my channel. I'll have to contact Twitch support about that then. God, I hate contacting Twitch support. It's like, hello, I have a problem, and they're like 4 days later. Hello, we're here to talk to you about your problem. And I'm just like... By this point, the problem's not even really a thing anymore. But yeah, they haven't been there for a while, so... Lock the way- oh, fuck. Fuck you. Brain working, not continue forth, will I? Only greatest can win, that is the fact. You can't win, there is no trial. Well, I mean, depends on what kind of trial this is. Because most trials, even if you don't succeed, like, you still... Robe of the Inner Flame and Helmet of the Inner Frost. Huh. But, even if you fail, the idea is still just that you have, you in your failure, you have learned that you cannot succeed, and thus you can more focus on trying to learn the lessons that are necessary in order to succeed. However, it's also possible that the trial is a one go or you die sort of deal. In which case, yeah, you definitely learned that you were not ready for this. He wasn't ready. Old butcher's knife. Okay. Bit of salt. Salt's always nice. Fuck, I picked up a mug. You win, fuck's sake. Awesome. Awesome. I've always wanted my own fuck's sake. Or no, that's sake. Okay, I always wanted my own fuck sake. This will definitely stay for the 4-day clang. That is for certain. It might be something that that happened in my settings or something, like my channel settings. Like, it could very well be that I accidentally turned off like bit badges or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure they've been there before. And I'm pretty sure I didn't mess with them when they were there before. Oh, it's almost midnight. Let's see. From Mark's Gate, she offered me to give her best donkey to me for free if I help her find the troll Gnarldorf, which threatens her animals and herself. She told me that I should search near the gate around midnight. And it was around that gate. Okay. Oh, nice, they actually... Oh, okay. I was a little worried about that. Tired and drunk I am. Do you need sleep, Tomcat? You gonna be okay? Just make sure, Captain Scrublord. Did you guys have have you guys ever had bit badges in your time of being here, or have they quite literally just never been around? Because I could have swore that they've.
So, any luck?
I've discovered this watchtower. Also, I should take a look at that armor. Increase your mon by 3 points. Elemental spells cost 2% less. Entropy spells cost 2% less. But this is 8% less, so I'm definitely keeping the Nemesis. And what was the other thing I got? Robe of the Inner Flame. Elementalism costs 6% less, mine regenerates 8% faster. I like how they have set items. Like, that's a good way, because the way Skyrim did its whole end of dungeon loot was always just a big chest with random loot that was scaled to your inventory. But Enderal makes it so that the enemies are not scaled to level, as I understand it. It's just some places are more dangerous than others, which I like more. And some places aren't dangerous, like at all, which I like more. They were here before? Okay. I slept 9 hours yesterday. But have you slept at all today?
Kirash, what the? You gave me a scare, damn it. What do you want?
Are you Nardolf?
I beg your pardon?
There's grunting noises you make. What are they?
Grunting? I'm praying. By the name of the sun, don't you Sharis have any decency? Shall the ghosts of the sand take you, you ignorant excretion of a desert worm? You rancorous child of a camel! You... Wait a second. What is that?
Was what?
Ah!
My Frost Atronac will fuck you up! Run, random dude, run! Just keep on swinging. We did it. I saved your life. Now you owe me. Be my slave.
What the blazes was that?
It looks like a troll to me.
Oh, really? Saldrin, shield me from your wit. What I mean is, how the heck does a troll get so close to the city gates? These guards are getting sloppier by the week. Anyway, I guess I owe you some thanks. Without your help, that would have ended differently. Now, excuse me, I have to get back to the city.
Messages. I have done well today. I killed a troll. I tried. Captain, please stop brainwashing my viewers. They didn't ask for this. Consensual brainwashing, man. Consensual. Is it possible? Yes. Amethyst, lockpicks, leather straps. Fine by me. Oh, awesome. I've done this thing. Now let me go find my epic chest so I can store some stuff inside. Well, actually, no, I'm only carrying 241. Only carrying 241. Oh, this is a donkey. Oh. Well, actually, I mean, it's kind of a donkey. Like, it's too big to be a donkey. Donkeys tend to only get about the size of humans in terms of height, so... Or not so much the size of humans, but, like, they go up to about a human torso most of the time. They're really small. Ooh, hey, if you look at that. Mine. It's not non-consensual brainwashing. It be rhetoric, which you should work on, by the way. Boom. Fucking got him. I don't work on rhetoric. It's not my thing. I work on philosophy, math, science, and I'm autistic, so... Of course I don't work on rhetoric. Philosophers have, like, the worst grammar, by the way. That's just how it works. I'm not sure why I decided to say that. It had it added nothing to this conversation. But I really felt like saying it. Why do they have so many people on crosses? Like on the way up this road? It seems a little... excess. Northern Gates has been added. Sweet. I work on math, science, and I'm autistic. Yep. See, Tomcat gets it. I don't know, I'm happy with it. I'm happy to be retarded. For one, it allows me to call myself retarded. And then if anyone gets upset over it, I can be like, bitch, sit the fuck down. And it's a wonderful thing. Watermill discovered. I work on philosophy, math, science, and I'm autistic. So I don't work on rhetoric. I'm thinking if that's worth a quote. Top 10, 2018. Is it worth a quote? Is it worth quotes? Which reminds me, let me take a look at my journal. I probably won't be doing that anytime soon. Quote 123. Exclamation point, quote 123. I'm gonna quote it. And now it's been added. And done. Fuck is the sound? Oh! Those are 4 old wolves. Kill my creation, kill. Ah! Oh my goodness, I'm so happy I have summonings. Where's the last one? It must pay. I think it fits well with 1, 2, 3 because math and counting. You have a point. You know what? I give you credit. I'm glad you tucked me into this, Captain. Don't run from me, you bitch! You can run, but you can't hide, bitch. Oh, that goat's gonna fuck you up, bitch. Ow, fuck, he's fucking me up. Oh, they did a really good job on the wolf models. Fuck you. Yeah, they did a really good job on the wolf models. Like, yeah. Yeah, no, that's really fucking fantastic. I'm proud of them. Because, like, they could have just reused the model from Skyrim. But, I guess they realized that, it would not fit for the, temperate forest that they have. I get no credit. You did good too, Tom. You did good too. I'm a visual learner, so a lot of the times whenever I see, or whenever I'm streaming, I associate name with color, which is something I am very much used to and tends to work out just fine, primarily just because my audience is not that big, so normally people don't share the same color, but man, when they do it, flips me out. Just flips me out so hard. I'll come back when it's daylight. What's another thing I can do? Go do this thing. Yeah, I'll go do this thing. Let's go! I fell in love. I'm off to bed. Bye, Captain. It was good talking to you. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Tom. Have a good night, okay?
Yes.
Pleasant dreams and all that. I love you, Tom. I love you so much. Fucking hot. What I need to do is I need to get one of those like giant like head-sized foam balls to place over my mic. And then whenever I'm streaming, just have this giant foam ball in front of my face. Go miss you, Tom. Don't be a stranger. Stop by whenever you feel like it. Rat! That was dangerous. Couple bites from that rat, and I could have gotten a disease. There bit me more than its share. I could have gotten a disease and passed away 5 days later if I didn't find medical help. So it's a good thing I didn't get that. I miss you, Steve Irwin. It'll probably break your microphone pole. Probably not. Foam, because foam, balls, like even one that's the size of my head, would probably at most weigh maybe a pound. Because it's primarily just empty air. It has to be empty air because that's the only way that, like... Oh, those are rats. Because that's the only way for... Yeah, foam ball. Like a pummel. Sure. I guess? Maybe? Sword pummel, I mean. Kind of. Kind of, I guess. I mean, I already have a foam ball on this. It's not a thick foam ball, it's only about... Runaway prisoner. It's only about maybe... How thick would this be? It's maybe only about a centimeter thick at best. So it's nothing big, but its entire being does make it so that pops are not as bad. I still get pops, but they're not as bad anymore. For that, I would need a pop filter, but quite frankly, I really don't want to deal with a pop filter. I have like nowhere to really place it, unless I can get a very specific one that like latches onto the mic stand and has a very strong flexible thing, whatever the heck you would want to call it, to actually put it in front of my face. Because the one that I have, and I do have one, ooh, that was close. The one I have, it's maybe about a foot, maybe a foot and a half long. And its primary problem is that it's not that it's not flexible, it's just that it doesn't hold the flex. So essentially I would have to place it like on my desk or something. I'd have to lead it in front of my mouth, which would of course block something, because I don't have enough desk space past that. I need to install like a plank of wood or something onto my desk. This is a lot of fog sponge. But not actually, it's only 3. Fight him, not me. Oh. Oh, those are full-on fireballs. I'm not even gonna try getting near that, because that would kill me. Damn, just tossing shit all over the place, ain't ya? Probably a bit more health would be nice. That was a battle of epic proportions that only required 1 summoning. Sure, I'll take that. Look at me, workbench, maybe. Oh, sword pommels are at times hollow to reduce the weight on the bottom of the sword. Which makes sense because with the sword pommel is essentially just another meme's. It's supposed to act as a grip. Shadow skin. This thing's apparently worth a shitload. Oh no, it would be found in weapons, right? No. That's it. Shadow skin. Sneak is 12% better. Huh. Interesting. Again, I like how they're handling art in this, or not art, dungeon loot. Woo! I like how they're handling dungeon loots in this game a lot better than in Skyrim, where it's an actual item that you find. Oh, fuck you. Okay. You could do that, that's fine. Go kill them. Show them that their life doesn't matter. We did it. I'm just taking all of these things. I'm gonna sell them. I wish magic in this game got as broken as the magic in Oblivion. Where it was like, here's a scroll that has 52 different effects and they're all bullshit. Virtueless the Ripper. Ow, fuck. That drained my mana. I like the thunder noise. We got him. Fine leather boots. They are fine leather. Magic imbued copper necklace. Increase mana by 12 points. I'm fine without that. First thing again, do I have an amulet that actually does anything? Juice's elementalism on it. Yeah, I'll switch. It's something most movie producers don't understand, so you have all these cumbersome swords that are way heavier than they should be. I already have a small backpack. I would love to upgrade to a medium backpack, but in all honesty, it's down to me just finding this stuff rather than, you know, crafting it. What's gonna be found up here? Hello? Fight him. Kratos? Ow. Rude. Dude, stop it. He's using the most overpowered spell. Kill him. Kill him now. Heart of the well-traveled one. Is this the last piece I need for the well-traveled set? I can't remember. Key to the rock shelter. Rattled mage circlet. I'll take it, but I won't wear it. Staff of grounding. The kidney stab. I know. Dude, kidney, getting stabbed in the kidney has got to be one of the worst feelings that anyone could ever feel. Like it's one of those things that if you got stabbed in the kidney, you probably go into shock immediately. And you probably stay in shock until you like bleed out. Hey, key to the rock shelter. I mean, hi. Would you like to let me in? How about him? Would you be okay with him being in there? I don't think she was okay with it. Fight, fight, fight! Ow! God, I poked my head out at the wrong moment. Fuck you. You can't kill him, he's made of ice. Ow. Oh! I didn't realize why I was almost dead. Let's drink a little potion poo. We'll just drink one of my own handmade potions. I'm pretty sure I should have. Yep, there. 3 health for 4 seconds. That's a total of 12 HP, which should hold me off until this battle's over, and then I'll just eat some food. Where are they? Down there. Hey, fight that! I should be fine now. A whole bunch of robes of magic regeneration. I'm gonna sell all of these and become a, like, 100 heir. Go P-Sweet, am I right? Yeah. I can't cook from this. Oh. This key works on everything. Just spat like a giant glob of spit and... How? Don't get high as fuck, boys. Yeah. Now you're like speaking my language, man. Like, this entire world just needs to understand that, like, if we want to get high, we're gonna get high. Roasted goat meat. I'll probably eat that eventually. In the meantime, I think the potato cabbage soup should be good. Yeah, it's long health regeneration. A soul gem, scroll of soul trap, soul iron ore, Enderalian penny coin, Enderalian penis coin, penis. This was very well worth it. I wonder what cool things I'm gonna come across down here. A couple lockpicks. That's some good treasure. Honestly, I have a question. Have you ever gotten high on herbs like pot or weed before, and what be your thoughts on getting high on weed in general? I have, yeah. I've tried out just about every drug in all honesty, because I wanted to have the personal experience so I could So if I ever told someone not to do them, I could actually explain why. But with weed, honestly, I don't have a problem with it. It didn't really, like... Its representation in most media is done negatively, or they try... Or they don't do it well, is probably my best way to put it. Came through here, right? Yeah. Through here, killed that guy. Okay. Oh, and then I went this way, I think. Instead. This way? Is that what happened? I don't know. But, like, the only problem that I've ever had with weed was honestly just inexperience. Like, because, you know, a lot of people who smoke weed, for some reason forget to tell newbies to go light on it. Like only take very small puffs. Like they go hardcore into it instead. And it's like, oh my goodness, you need to calm down. But yeah, like, that's what they do, and it's not really a bad thing. Just, yeah, inexperience is one thing that you need to be careful about whenever you're dealing with weed. Because otherwise you'll be coughing. You'll have a coughing fit that'll last for quite a while, and it fucking sucks. And that's actually the reason why I don't do weed anymore, just because I've dealt with that coughing fit several times, and I'm just angry at it. Like, I'm just like, bah, I'm so done with this. Because I keep forgetting to fucking to hold back. I need to calm down with my puffs. Past that though, I really don't see too much of a problem with it. Like, I'm still able to think critically whenever I'm on it. It doesn't, it doesn't make me unbalanced. I can still, it doesn't fuck up my vision. Like, a lot of the issues that I have with alcohol are not there for the herb, which should really say something. Didn't even expect to see that. Wonder if there's a way inside. I probably have to exit out that ladder and then come back through like a different entrance. But yeah, no. In all honesty, I don't see anything wrong with it. Plus, you know, there's different strands, so if you just want to relax your body but keep your mind completely open, they have a strand for that. If you want to relax your mind, but, you know, you don't want to risk your body getting messed up, they have a strand for that. If you want both, they have a strand for that. They have strands for just about every effect on your mind or body with different variations. At least as far as a depressant goes. Which is really, really cool that they can do that. So, I don't have too much issue with the herb. I remember seeing an old 1910 movie that was basically propaganda that weed is bad and it'll turn you into a murderer and a whore and an insane person and it will kill you. It does none of that other than either calming you down or turning you into an idiot, as far as I know from people who I meet who use weed. Yeah, and a lot of the times it doesn't, like, it doesn't really turn you into an idiot. A lot of people just kind of choose to be that way. Fuck it. Drop. A lot of people actually just kind of choose to act that way whenever they're on weed, in all honesty, because they're because their brain becomes relaxed, and therefore they one of the prospects of that is just that they find things more funny. So they say whatever comes to mind, and there's no shame when you're on weed because fuck it, you're already on weed. So yeah, you just kind of say whatever and you have fun with it. You know, it's same thing with being drunk. Like, being drunk doesn't change who you are, it just enhances who you already be. Like, that's all there is to being drunk. Like, it brings out the best and the worst in people. A lot of the times the worst, but sometimes the best. Yeah, I can put that down. Shadow skin, that's mine. I'm not getting rid of that. That down. Do I want to get... I don't know. I think I'll hold on to the shadowy copper necklace. So you mean the people I know choose to be jackass on purpose despite the fact that they be somewhat intoxicated? Well shit, I need to go get on their asses some more when they do be jackasses. Yeah, no. Honestly, yeah, do. Like, they might call you a buzzkill, but in all honesty, like, drugs are no reason to be an asshole. Like, if someone's on a drug, and they're an asshole, like, that's just it. They're a fucking asshole. Don't give them, you know, if you have a problem with them, fucking tell them you have a problem with them. Because if they're true friends, then they'll listen and they'll understand, hey, you know, we're kind of assholes. And if they actually want to hold on to you as a friend, then they'll fix things up. But you know, it's entirely on the person. Like, a lot of the people I know who smoke the herb are actually really amazing people. You know, they're just wonderful, wonderful people. And also a lot of the people I know that smoke the herb, they do it for medical reasons, actually. Like, I would say about half of the people I know do it for medical reasons, and the other half it's just recreational. But, you know, it's pretty understandable. And the only reason why weed has such a bad light is because of the war on drugs, which has epically failed, by the way. Yeah, because, what was it, like, Reagan was just like, I'm a fucking terrible president, but I need a scapegoat. So, you know, he went off and he started blaming black people in their drug, like, he started saying black people were all criminals, essentially. And then when people were like, why the fuck is this? He was like, it's probably because of them drugs. And, like, that was that. Like, people were like, ah, drugs! They turned you black! Or something like that. And so people got really scared, and then Reagan was like, don't worry, we're gonna have a war on drugs. And they proceeded to do a whole bunch of really shitty things that nobody acknowledges to this day. Like, Reagan is probably one of the shittiest presidents that we have ever had. But, again, nobody acknowledges it because they respect how ballsy he was, or they just don't care, or they're blinded by party lines, one of the two. Tell you about how it failed. So, there's actually an article about this. This was actually published just like last month or something, and it wasn't just by the US, it was published by like the entirety of the UK, because after Reagan was like, black people do drugs, and we're going to start war on it. He then brought that on to the UK as well and said, fellow UK leaders, black people are doing drugs and they need to stop, or something like that. I don't really know. I don't care. So he managed to talk the entirety of I was saying the UK, I meant the UN. He managed to talk the entirety of the UN into having a war on drugs, of which they really supported, but it did not. Like, just last month, they were like, yeah, no, we have miserably failed. Like, if anything, the drug issue has actually gotten worse. Which brings a lot of people to the conclusion that the only way to get rid of illegal substances is just to legalize substances. Ow. I just have to scare him. But a lot of countries don't want to do that because, again, there's a huge social stigma that says drugs are bad because because the US pushed so hard into saying that drugs are bad. So nobody wants to run. Very few people want to run on the platform of let's just legalize drugs. There's a lot of people that are willing to run on legalized marijuana because there have been enough studies and whatnot to prove that it has beneficial effects. So people who are actually willing to read and or are intelligent will say, hey, weed's cool, so I'm okay with legalizing it. But in actuality, the whole war on drugs, like yeah, the only way to really stop it is to just legalize all drugs and place a government control on it. Add it to the actual market rather than letting it have control over the entirety of the black market. Because the black market is the true issue here, but that's the thing, it's the black market. You can't control the black market in any way, shape, or form as the government. That's why it's illegal. But it's only illegal if it's caught. Yeah, so
Mother's blessings.
It's a thing. Ah, drugs, they turn you black. I really should have. I never heard someone utter that statement before. Like that. I mean, that's just how it is. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of like shit. There's just a lot of shit in the world, and that's like the best way I could put that without it like making me angry. Like that was the best like A plus B equals C statement that I could have had. Bounty missions and petitions are announced on this notice board. Search for a bounty quest. Maulus was a stowaway who hid himself in a ship from Nehrim. He was discovered in the harbor, overwhelmed the captain of the ship, and killed 3 recruits of the city guard on his way through the city, only to hole up in the Undercity. I have to kill him to receive the bounty. There are 200 Enderalian pennies issued for his death. I accept this contract. This is my chest. Let me go ahead and store some stuff inside of it. I'll probably disenchant that later. Yeah, make the blind miner in Soul Calibur 6. Just like the mention of his name is making me itchy. Wish me luck, beautiful. It's kind of a question as to where exactly this guy is, because, like, if he's just in the Undercity, that's fine. In fact, let me do a quick save right now.
Yes?
Again, that motherfucker was terrifying. It's like, oh, hey, ah! Oh, I didn't clip that. I should place that into the stream clips. I forgot to do that after I clipped it. Or... Also, I'm reminded, tomorrow is like the last day for voting in a lot of places, I believe. Maybe all places, I can't remember. So if you haven't gone and voted and you're registered to vote, please do. And if you're not registered to vote and you're in a place that actually doesn't suck, then register to vote and vote. So yeah, there we go. There's my quick 101 from the Duke Merle to you. I'm sure this will be fine. Guess what game I recently got into playing on my PC? The VOD. The Undercity is really pretty. I really like this place. I like the look and feel of it.
Move, huh?
Marketplace that way.
Some people just don't know their path.
I'm new to the area. Do you have any tips for me?
Just be wary of your outside city walls. I guess you've noticed as much already, but this country has seen better days.
I don't know, Captain. What game have you gotten into? Is it Warframe? How's the situation?
Don't ask. The wolves act
Been the
as if they've been
downtrodden,
cursed,
man. Always have been.
attacking anything and anyone on sight, and killing game they don't even eat afterwards. This must be the red madness everyone's talking about.
You're a red madness.
Oh, blazes. Where's this supposed to lead? Farewell.
That guy has muscles, man. Fucking muscles glasses. It just comes out and says it. That lady is a whore. She's a stupid fucking whore. And she's a slut. Marketplace. I'll definitely have to hit up the marketplace, but first things first, we gotta make a house call. Again, I've always been a fan of like civilizations underground. They really appeal to me. I'm now exploring. Old camp. It's a camp for an arena? Earth? Well, fuck it. Let's go to the arena. Let's take a look. Deltarune. Ah, you've gotten into Deltarune as well? Yeah, you did tell me this. Yeah. Fuck, I completely forgot. A few people I know have gotten into Deltarune. A few streamers I know have gotten into Deltarune. They say that it's really good.
You're from the surface, aren't you? They say that Taylor Aranthil came back. Let's hope he knows who rules this as well as the Truchessa did.
This wooden door requires a key.
Keep walking.
What a shady person.
Move along.
Moldwood.
Vermin.
That's actually a really good name of for an Undercity like town.
You're from the surface, aren't you? You're from the surface. They say that Taylor Aranthil came back.
They say that Taylor Aranthil.
This place, as well as the true chest, as well as the true chest.
Medock's Fisheries, then. Let's take a look. Hello, Medock. Hello, my dick. How's it going? Ooh, that was a very powerful hiccup that just left me stunned.
War on Nerum. War on Kile. Red madness. The fuck is wrong with this world?
Oh, that really hurt. You wanna know what I could go with? Right about now. A dum-dum. This one's cherry. Actually, I like cherry candy, but I hate cherries. But cherry is also ruined for me because it's cherry flavored medicine, of which a lot of candy tastes like. Guess you're a fan of City of Embers. I say the writing's interesting compared to the usual Undertale in a way, but I was liking it as I got to stop in the field of hopes and dreams. Nice. But yeah, no, just underground civilizations I've always been a fan of. I think Fallen London is actually one of my more favorite underground civilization settings. If you haven't heard of it, definitely Google it. Trust me, it's worth it. Alright. You make me come. At a museum. Good old night at the museum. I'll plan on it. Nice. I think it's awesome how, when I was younger, I thought Night at the Museum was an excellent fucking movie. Apparently I've turned Swedish. And now I look back on it and say, wow, this was retarded. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. That guy really would have been dangerous if I didn't have him. Ow, fuck. Fuck you.
Oh, shit.
Ow. I did good. Punch him. Punch him harder. There we go. Yeah, but in terms of best underground civilization, the Metro series probably has the best representation of it.
Damn you!
really nice home. Like, it's nice and big and there's a lot of room. It's honestly not that bad. Probably had a huge loan from the bank and that's why he has a bounty on him. I don't know. I mean, it's dumb. You should watch it. There we go. Well, it's interesting you say that, Captain, because, like, anime is vastly different, compared to cartoons here in the US. Like, anime over in Japan is actually not, as kid-oriented. Like, it's still kid-oriented in some ways, but it's not as kid-oriented as cartoons are for Americans. You know, I mean, it's still a similar situation of like, you know, there are adult cartoons, just as in anime there are, you know, adult animes, kid animes, whatever. So it's interesting you say that because Spirited Away actually deals with some very controversial issues that were being dealt with in Japan at the time. One of the things that they were dealing with actually was child/teen prostitution, I believe, which was actually shown, like, or it was addressed in Spirited Away. Hell, the entire thing about like the old hag having unfair bets is also a thing. Like yeah, old women would quite literally find, like, they didn't want to get rid of their to them property, so one of the best ways for them to deal with their kids slash teenagers was to essentially win them in a game of in which they would stack the odds in their favor. You know, like, it's just such an interesting thing. Like the creator of well, honestly, a lot of Studio Ghibli films deal with those vastly adult situations just amazingly, or not situations. They deal with adult matters amazingly, and just it boggles the mind how they are able to come up with this intricate and symbolic story and appeal it to children as well as adults at the same time. It is quite literally one of the most fantastic form of arts to ever exist. So noble quarters. And he had a ladder straight to it, so he probably did some robbing up here if I had to guess. Robbing, but probably without the hoodin'. God, I saw that thing and I was like, oh god, I gotta jump to that. Because that's my natural reaction whenever I see a hanging platform. Let's see. Let's have a little something to eat, why don't we? Just a little something. I don't know what. Pumpkin. That's a good start.
Yeah, it's not as if I did that already.
Aura Militance is a rustler who most likely is hiding near the old lighthouse at the Farmer's Coast. She was seen while stealing cattle and sacrificing it at several nights. Attention, wild magical skills should be expected. There are 250 Enderalian pennies issued for her death. I got Entropy, bitch. You can't win. You just can't win. In the meantime, I gotta sell some of this stuff. Fuck, it's not much longer. 7:20, so it's close. Where's that music coming from? Music shouldn't be playing right now.
Luck blessed. Hope things settle themselves. Idiots.
Foglit Valley. Arf? Also interesting on that note that I didn't know about how Japanese parents sometimes did that. It wasn't so much parents, but well, so in some cases it was parents, but a lot of it was primarily just the owners of the children. Most of the time, because, well, these older people who were running these brothels that, you know, had children or as workers would also act as banks, and they would lend out money, and then full well knowing that the parents wouldn't be able to pay it back, and then when they weren't able to pay it back, they would ask for their children instead. You know, because one of the questions that makes sense is whenever asking for if you get a loan or not is how many family members are living in your house. And it's like, you have more than 2, so I presume it's more than just you and your wife. Who's living with you? Do they make income? How old are they? You know. Like, these are questions that they're able to ask under the guise of being a bank. And then it's like, gotcha, bitch, you know? They gotcha. And then, yeah, like, pretty much if they said, yeah, we have a girl, she's not making any money, then they would just accept it. They would just accept the loan. What? Again, knowing full well that you wouldn't be able to pay it back. And then, once you weren't able to pay it back, they would just be like, yeah, give me your child. It's honestly a very crazy thing to think about. And Japan's come a long way since then. I'm gonna have a Twix. Maybe.
Obvious. Please.
Awesome.
So, any progress?
You don't need to worry about the Gnardorf anymore. The beast is dead.
Yes, I've heard as much. Poor gods. This Quiranian Shreamgar surely lit some fire under their buttocks. But he's right.
What?
Hard times we are in if a troll can roam so close to the walls, while the guards play Moralla's dice in the tavern. Anyway, thank you. I'll sleep a lot better now that this thing is over with. Follow me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the donkey. That's not really a donkey, though, because it's way too fucking big.
Here you go. This is Whirlwind. You get him for free, as promised. Take good care of him, will you?
I promise nothing. Oh, fuck. El Kabong. I'm from Queen's Son. Welcome. How's it going, Mouse?
Monsieur?
Mouse Henick 8718. I don't exactly know how to say that. But how's it going, dude? What have you been up to today? It's a big fucking donkey. Oh. Again, he's El Kabong. El Kabong!
Yeah?
Thank goodness I have a giant list of, Flip!
Some people just don't know their place in the world.
You want to shut the fuck up, lady? Thank goodness I have a giant list of, cartoon donkeys in my mind. Chilling, killing my man. I gotcha. Yeah. Been up to anything interesting lately, or has it been same old, same old? Because... True. I know I'm not a fan of, like, I actually really enjoyed Scary Movie 1 and Scary Movie 2. Fucking hate Scary Movie 3 and 4. Like, I'm not exactly sure where the shift happened, but, at some point, humor, dude gets it. What's good, Birdie? Yo, Duke, pick up the phone! Okay. But at some point, humor diverged from satire and cleverness to just being very basic. Like the way that humor is handled now whenever it comes to a parody, because that's what they call them, they're parodies, when in reality, hardly. But the way that parodies are handled, a lot of the times what people do, or what creators do. I don't know exactly what you want to call them. Oh my goodness. That's a little ways up there. Maybe I'll do something else first. My son caught that. I didn't even mean it like that. Shout out Wu-Tang though. It's awesome whenever you make an unintentional reference that is just like, ah, bam! Speak with Kabar Thornwall about the Red Vern route. Oh, this is a thing as well in this game. Okay. Where? Yeah, I can go do that. Yeah, because I'm not gonna go all the way out there just to come back. I guess I do have 2 quests out there, but I'll deal with them when I head out there, rather than head out there now and come back.
Yes?
Yeah. Too much work. It's too much walking. Of course, I do have a giant donkey. I do have El Kabong now. El Kabong. Your son does sound pretty awesome, Mouse. But yeah, no. The best way I can describe, like...
Men, that's just how they are.
It's not just movie satire, it's, parodies.
Is it important?
is the way that they're broken up is, hey, let's take this scene and make it completely not about the scene, but about something else. Which, in all honesty, is actually a really good way to go about finding humor. To essentially take a scene, and make it about something completely different. Like, you know, Skyrim would be a lot funnier if, instead of the Dovahkiin, you are actually Jake, the potato seller. Like, you know, it's a great way to find humor, and, you know, essentially, and then essentially just go about it normally. Like, Jake the potato farmer, you're being executed, and it's like, why? And then essentially just go about it as you do with the normal game. You go slaying dragons, you find an epic fortune, but you never get to being able to farm your potatoes until, like, Hearthfire. And then it's done. And then you can end the series. You made it. You know, you have Daedric armor and you're just like, and now I can finally make my potatoes. Yes. Like, it's a great way to go about it. However, the thing about, like, Scary Movie 3 and 4, and just a lot of parodies, the issue is,
It's not as if I didn't tell them that all.
They not only go very fast paced with their humor, they also appeal to just like really stupid references and like and scat humor, which most people are not fans of. There's a reason why Meet the Spartans failed. It's because it's just a terrible parody. It doesn't take the the movie and actually take it along its plot line but still making changes to like the characters. It tries to change everything it can while having like similar scenes to the movie, which made it fail. Don't usually see people type like that here on Twitch, so I see now. Yeah. Which has come a long way. Medoc civilization. Honestly, like, I'd probably stay at a place called Medoc Civilization. That sounds pretty awesome. Yeah.
Everybody is good.
Hey, Jacob. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, man. I appreciate it. How's it going, dude? Also, I have an idea for a new bit alerts. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm not gonna tell you the amount. Well, I'll probably tell you the amount of bits that it is. I have an idea.
You're from the surface, aren't you? They say that Taylor Aranthil came back. Let's hope he knows who rules this place as well as the Truchessa did.
How? Oh, it's a farm. Okay. I was like, what do you expect to catch and how? But makes a lot more sense. How you doing, Jacob? What have you been up to? How's school treating ya?
Huh?
I wish my last name was Ashhead. I don't. Again, coolest name I ever came across was a person with the last name of Night Hunter. Amazing name. Such a cool name. They are... It's an actual... And like... There were some teachers that could not believe that that was her actual name. To be completely honest, like, I wasn't exactly friends with her, but I very much liked her name. It was one of those situations where, like, she was a senior to me, and I was just like, oh, she's my senior! She's so cool! But, actually thinking back on it, like, if I had the personality I have now, I'd just be like, whatever. I don't care. School's good. Not been doing much of anything. I gotcha. Oh, senpai! I've been told you're selling red vert.
Oh, by the name of the sun. Won't this ever stop? Tell Nathalia, the apothecary, or whoever sent you that the price stays.
Natalia said that without the root, dozens of people will die. Doesn't that mean anything to you, man?
Yes, but it does not change the fact that I need to live somehow too.
That's fair.
That 300 per sheaf is already a fair price. Go on, ask those upper city merchants. You're lucky if they sell it below 500.
You have like a point, man.
Listen, I know exactly what you think. This ruthless bastard, how greedy, how evil, and so on and so forth. But that's not how it is, believe me. So, back to business. Are you looking for supplies? If not, just shove off.
300 for 10. In all honesty, I can easily. Yeah, sure.
Now that's a surprise. I expected a speech. Here you go. Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you gotta stay afloat somehow. Glad we could sell this.
Huh?
Yo, I got the red vern root.
Blazes? You're serious? Where? On second thought, bet I don't ask.
No, I just bought it.
Thank
It's
you,
fine.
Sunchild. You saved a lot of
It was only
lives today.
300. The guy was very reasonable. He honestly seemed pretty nice. I have a few learning points. Or quite a few learning points. I should probably do something about that. I like how I barely, I don't even have 25 entropy and I'm already casting like the upper spells. I'm just like, whatever. Just sink mana into it. Just be like Naruto and sink all of your chakra into your spells. South Jamaica, Queens, 134th Street. Straight like that. Dude, that is fucking sweet. How is Jamaica? I've never been there before. And I doubt I'll ever get a chance.
Child.
Alright, I should do that thing. What? I'm in the weird place again. Okay, I've unlocked that. Yeah, I could get this to the third section. For a 5-second duration, 3 times damage of the slave, 100 points of entropic damage upon explosion. That was it. All spells you cast are silent others. There we go, got the little arrowhead up there. Looks good to me. Back we go. South Jamaica is just a region of Queens, New York, actually. Well, actually, I mean, still, how is it? I probably will never visit New York either. I have an intense fear of New York, and I never want to visit there.
What do you
I'm
want?
lost. Also, now I know. So, I won't make that embarrassment again of being like, you're from Jamaica! And they'll be like, South Jamaica. And I'll be like, South Jamaica? That sounds awesome! Tell me more, Rudy! Rudy, tell me more! Some Magister Reagan about the return of the novice.
To cock at me. Just.
Sure. Where is that exactly? World map. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Geez, she is having issues. That's, I'll say this bluntly, but genuinely very ballsy on the net to straight up say one's location like that. I applaud that. It is ballsy. Especially on the internet. People get swatted that way. Look around your sanctum sanctorium. It'll change based upon the class trees you've learned. Oh, really? I'll go ahead and take a look at that now. So, like, based upon class trees or based upon my class? Because, remember, I am a Sinistrope because I have priority in psionic and entropy.
Greetings.
Greetings. Here, I'll go back out and take a look. 11 I see. Why you afraid of New York for? Hold on. I feel as though it's always looked this way, but I'm very unsure. It does look like ruins, though. The primary reason I'm... Like... Let's see. For me, being raised in the South, plenty of people make that mistake, though. No shame, homie. I appreciate it. But again, now Rudy won't tell me to shut up and get it right. But most of the issue is primarily just because being raised in the South, I'm just very, like, in all honesty, I hate suburban living. I absolutely hate rural living. I have an absolute hatred of it, but I'm used to it. I also just know how expensive New York is. At least most places of New York. I don't know if there's any place that really, like, is not that bad or anything like that. Not sure. Might be, but not sure.
Walk blessed, my friend.
But for me, it's primarily just, like, the prices, and, there's a lot of crap that has to be dealt with.
My friend.
A touching effigy. I'm sorry? What?
I have just the right thing for you. A visitor gallery. Dozens of beautiful paintings by different artists, each of them a treat for the eye.
Strangers your address, let alone people on the internet.
Come now, for tomorrow you may not have a chance.
Yep.
No, I thought so.
But again,
have a nice day.
I feel you because I hate crowds and when people touch me. Yeah, the subway is also one of the biggest things that scares me. And the traffic. Well, the traffic doesn't scare me, it just would probably annoy me. I'd probably just be walking everywhere. You don't sound very motivated.
Probably because I'm not.
You don't sound happy
thinks
enough.
Running around the city and talking to every peasant who crosses my path will help us get our gallery running again. But that's just idiotic.
We're on gallery. That's unusual. You don't sound happy enough. I know a song that'll cheer you up. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy.
Oh, really? What makes you say that? It's not like our country is ruled by a group of antiquated conservative clerics who care as little about art as they care for the latest trend in Chilean fashion. But no, you're right.
Chilean fashion.
It is unusual. But even a narrow-minded country like Enderal has artists. And those artists need a place to show their work. Which is just what we do.
Well, do better at it. But yeah, no, it's primarily just I'm used to this way of living. And yeah, that's really all it comes down to. Tomorrow you might not have the chance. I take it your gallery isn't going so well.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah!
Truth be told, if the Golden Sickle doesn't decide to leave a barrel full of coin on our doorstep tomorrow, we won't be able to pay rent much longer.
I know what to get you for Christmas!
Especially now that my esteemed mother has decided to play hermit. Wow. Listen to me. A month ago, I would have been too proud to admit this. Now I shouted at a complete stranger.
What does your mother have to do with this?
She's a painter.
Oh, okay.
Our best-selling painter, to be precise. Some people even came from other countries to see your portraits. At least before the war.
Oh, it looks like ruins in particular, yeah. More blue. Yeah, while I was born here, I can attest that New York is more expensive than when I was raised in... though I only remember that fact, and not any example, sadly. It's all good. What makes her painting so special?
It's hard to describe. She's portrayed half of Ark's nobility by now. At least that's what it feels like.
Nobility. Yep,
and she does
that's how you sell.
The paintings are just so... intense. I don't know how else to put it. That's why people are willing to pay a fortune for them. It's crazy if you think about it.
Your mother plays hermit. What do you mean by that?
Well, what I said. For months, she's not reacted to our letter.
Does she
nor
live
sent one
alone?
herself. And what's worse, she hasn't sent us any new paintings, which is one of the reasons why this place isn't going so well. And in case you wonder why we just don't visit her, my mother was always a little special. And where she resides reflects that. The Dark Valley.
Ah, damn it! I should have known there was a catch to this. She lives in the Dark Valley. Maybe if she lived in the White Valley, it would have been fine, but the Dark Valley, I don't stand a chance. Okay. I mean, I'm probably gonna go there anyways, and in all honesty, I have no idea how bad that is. You know what? I get around quite a bit. Maybe I could pay this Dark Valley a visit and see if your mother is alright.
You do that.
Sure!
Quite the offer, to be honest. A word of warning in advance.
Brightmore.
I cannot pay you.
Sounds special.
That is, unless you're interested in a painting from Prince Myth. But I warn you, they're as bad as his poems.
Fuck you, I want some shares in your goddamn museum. Give it to me! I apologize for all the cursing. I tend to get that way the more tired I get. Maybe your mother can pay me.
Yes, maybe she can. It might be worth a try. My mother and I, we don't exactly have a good relationship. But still, I need to know she's all right. You said you travel a lot, so you have a map with you, right? Show me.
Yes, here is my map.
There you go. That's where her hut should be, at least approximately. Good luck, and thanks.
You know the marker is still gonna show me exactly where she lives. Hello.
Walk blessed.
I hope you didn't
All
mind
your
me
heart could
flirting
ever
with
desire.
your
Take a
wife.
look.
Maybe I don't know who that was. We don't know each other. She's just a slut. She was hitting on me first, I swear. You think he's buying this? I don't think he's buying this. Here is some things. I don't know. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I broke up one of those. Increase carrying capacity by 30 points! That book of lockpicking. Don't know if I'll use that. I will say that one of the things I like about, I do have the slight romanticization over New York, just a bit, like, because a lot of shows take place in New York. You know, like I really like the look of just like the morning dew or that constant cold look that it has. I absolutely love that. However, it's funny that I say that because most of the filming for places that are supposed to be
How may I be
in
of
New
service?
York, yeah, specifically New York City, exactly. But most of the filming for places that are in New York are actually in Austin. So it's funny how that works out. Because, you know, the idea is just like, or Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia is also a big location. Because, for one, they can rent out, they can essentially close down an entire street for shoots, like, for dirt cheap. Compared to, well, New York. New York, I believe it's like, yeah, if you want to shut down a street, you're gonna have to pay like $1 billion. Whereas in Austin or Atlanta, it's like, yeah, you want to shut down a street? Give us like, I don't know, $3,000, I guess. That's a lot, right? And they're just like, yeah, it's a lot. And they're like, okay, yeah, 3,000, I guess. Because the idea is that most people, most people have no idea what New York looks like, and people that do know what New York looks like look at Austin or Atlanta, and you add like just like a misty effect, and it's like, Close enough. Wall basket. I like the music going on in here. It's kind of relaxing. Spider venom. Honestly, I should just sell it. It's really not going to be used at this rate. Stone is increased by 17. I'll sell that. Really don't need these. Items are enchanted 7% stronger. I'll hold on to that one. Hold on to these poisons just in case. Don't need that one though. I will have to store away some of these potions as well. I got far too many. Wouldn't want to live in Texas either. Armadillos, not wanting leprosy by any chance. Plus deserts suck clusterfucked ass. Yeah. Well, you only really find desert in like the northern part of Tejas, and that's because the Dust Bowl has forever tainted it with dust and nothing else. But nah, it's very understandable to not want to live in Texas or Georgia. I mean, it's very understandable just to not want to live in a specific location. Like, a lot of places suck. Like, and that's just how it is. A lot of places suck. I'm mad pussy about cold weather. Even Michigan and New York are usually really cold.
Safe this time of the day.
It's strange because for the past I believe this winter and like 2 winters back it actually got colder in along the equator than it did in New York, which is very strange because that's never supposed to happen. Like, ever!
My sir?
Lived in Vegas for summer, but I actually liked it. I mean, nah, that makes sense. Vegas is a goddamn, like, it's an entertainment hotspot. It's like, you won't be able to, like, it's gonna be really hard to live, especially on minimum wage jobs, but my god, like, you could do something different, like, every day, which is really just awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, so I can understand wanting to live in Vegas. California as well, like, specifically around the LA and San Francisco area, there's almost always something that you can do. Texas, though, is in the middle of, like, nowhere, and everything that you could do is in the middle of nowhere. Even in Austin, it's like, is there something to do? Well, you're gonna have to travel about a mile that way, and it's like, why? It's like, because every other place is closed all the time, and nobody knows why. Those buildings, we built them, they get rented out, they're never open. It's like, why? Elias is on her way back to the temple. She was in the graveyard mourning her sister.
Of course, her sister. I completely forgot.
Desert, though. I mean, it's plains, but it's dry plains. That's what sucks.
Fool. I guess desert. I should be lenient with
dry
her.
Plains and desert.
Here, I think I owe you this for your time. Now, excuse me. We have a lot to do here.
Hey! Wow, essentially, I just came here, delivered a message, and I got paid for it. That's awesome. I wouldn't mind being a crier, but, or not a crier, a message deliverer. I don't know, what's the term for someone who delivers messages? The cold. You know, I love the snow because, as I said, born a Yankee, but raised in the South and got back up here. Snow's amazing, especially in the light of the sun after it snows a lot. But I goddamn hate the cold because, well, hands turn to crap. You gotta start wearing mittens, my man. I don't even know anymore. I guess I'll do this thing next.
Ahoy.
LA is very different.
Keep walking.
To me, but I guess it's on the opposite side of the country for me anyways. LA is not too different from New York in a lot of regards. They're both expensive. There's tall buildings everywhere. I think the only difference is that New York is more of a business hub, whereas Hollywood is LA is an entertainment hub, and that's the only real big differences. Use the signpost in the Sun Temple. Use the Myrad to travel to the Northern Heartland. How exactly does it want me to do this? Yep, guess we'll go to the Myrad Tower. Yeah, it's time we continue the main story a little bit more. Just a bit more, not too much. We want to take completing this thing as slow as humanly possible, because that's what we do. I'm all for the torture. Courier, thank you. Thank you, Mouse. I just, for the life of me, could not figure it out.
Blessed friend. Where are you headed?
Can you tell me something about these creatures? Myridus.
About Myrids? What is there to tell? They're beautiful animals, majestic and wild, and dangerous if you're unlucky enough to run into an untamed one. In the time before the Blood Moon Revolt, a long time ago, tame Myrids like this one here was a really rare sight. Nowadays, though, they're pretty common, at least here in Enderal. Pity, somehow.
Oh, okay. Why pity?
I guess that sounds stupid, but I sometimes long for the times my grandfather lived in. Being a Myrid Warden was far more prestigious back then, and even feared with Sublime or Keepers. Nowadays, well, you can guess. Riding a Myrid has become as ordinary as riding a mule. But, who am I to complain?
I see. And how exactly does the flying part work? How do the Myrids know where to go?
Well, that's hard to explain. They communicate by clicking sounds. I, as a warden, have been trained to hear them, but you probably can't. And through those clicking sounds, I also tell them where you want to go before you mount them. Obviously, that only works for routes that the Myrid already knows by heart.
I see. Hold on, I completely forgot. Northern Heartland.
Sure.
To the Northern Heartland. I wish I could visit California to see the Galloping Ghost Arcade one day, just for one day, because I heard that winning a small jackpot of the lottery would just win you 1 month of rent in there, because it'd be that expensive. Yep. I don't understand places like that, where it's so freaking expensive that the only reason they stay afloat is primarily just because people go to these places, pretty much just to showcase that they can. Like, it works, and from a financial factor, but for me, I don't know. I've always been against the idea of you have to be rich to do something. Like, I've never agreed with that mentality. Bees! Bears! You know what? I should have sold some miscellaneous items that I had. I do still have enough, whatchamacallit, carrying capacity to where I'll probably be fine, but just completely forgot that I was supposed to that I probably should have sold some of my other items. I sold a lot of equipment, though. I stored away my weapons, so I mean, I at least lessened it. Where am I supposed to go? There it is, right over here. Oh, fuck, a bear. I mean, I took care of it. It was dangerous. It looked at me and he went. He ran at me, yelling something about how his porridge was gone. He ran at me, yelling, "Somebody touch my spaghetti." It was awful. Ah, the memes. The wonderful, wonderful memes. The most wonderful thing about memes. Memes are a wonderful thing. Bounce, bounce. Fun. Most wonderful. Death Spark? I have like 3 books of Death Spark and Blazing Spark. Why do I keep getting these?
Shit! Get away from there! Now!
Yeah, feeling. It certainly looked trappy. More world. Ah, what? How'd you get here?
Ass. 1 second later, and I would have been scraping your remains off the floor. What in blazes are you doing here, anyway?
You what is with your face? Your face is very off. Like, very off-putting. I'm not the only one seeing this, right? Her face is a little off. What the heck was that, and where did you suddenly come from?
Let's put it this way. I know how to hide when I don't want to be seen. And concerning the explosion, you stepped right into a Kiranian dust crystal. Get a little too close and wait a little too long, and you'll have your ass blown around your ears by an explosion that would put any cannon to shame.
Huh. The Titty Mage, her respectable mage. I'm sent by a mage named Constantine. Are you Lashiri?
Lashiri? Oh my. The fellow really isn't one for names, is he? I'm Lashari, but never mind that. At least
he's a mistake,
you're not
Lashiri.
lying. Anyhow, I hope
don't know
you're not
my
the
name
backup
either.
I asked for. I was hoping for someone more, impressive. No offense.
Bitch, did you not see the ice at your neck that was just behind you? That thing will clobber you. No, Constantine said that you could perform some kind of ritual on me to help me control my magic.
Is that so?
I'll be back. Go for it, Mouse.
Indeed. You have some uncontrolled magic inside you. And quite a lot of uncontrolled magic. Not bad. I've never felt anything like this before. Very well. If Constantine insists, I will perform the ritual on you. But it'll have to wait, since I'm up to my neck in this shit, as you've probably noticed. Short version or long version? Which do you prefer?
Yes. The more I know, the better. Tell me
Fine.
the long version.
I suppose you already know that that is me, my assistant, 2 Arcanists, and 4 Keepers, are here to do research on, well, on something, which is exactly what we've done these past weeks. But, as I went upstairs to get something a couple hours ago, I suddenly heard screaming and the clanging of metal coming from downstairs. As I looked for cover, I saw these 2 shapes in red robes vanishing into the lower parts of the ruin.
I wonder what that could be.
I have no idea who they are or why they're here, but to me, they look like mercenaries. Anyway, fact is, my esteemed Enderalayan colleagues and my assistant are still down there, together with our research, and I want them back. And before you ask, yes, you can help me. You'll have to, actually, if you want me to tame your magic. I wouldn't have a chance fighting the mercenaries by myself, but the 2 of us might be able to do it, provided you can defend yourself, which I'm quite sure you can. What do you say? Are you ready?
On the contrary, I can't, but I can summon a frost atronach. Maybe if you got into entropy magic, you wouldn't need my help in the first place. Exactly how many mercenaries are we talking about?
No idea. But I don't think there are more than a dozen. Also, they don't
well, that's
anticipate
easy.
any resistance, which is to our advantage.
Oh, so they'll have like iron swords. It'll be fine. What exactly is this research you've been doing here?
That's hard to explain. But part of it is finding the answer to the universal question. Why do some people have the nerve to ask irrelevant questions when shit is going down around them?
Hey.
After we've cleaned up the mess, we can do this whole "who are you and what are you doing here" thing if you want to. But this really isn't the time.
Alright, let's go.
Fine, then follow me. And keep your weapons ready. I think I just heard footsteps down there.
No, it'll be fine. Oh, wow. Those pants are way too tight on her. Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh, and that shirt is also really tight on her. Okay. We're straight. We are indeed straight, considering our company.
You were right.
Take that. Who needs elemental magic when you could just summon a frost atronach to be your elemental magic? We're getting Mythic Dawn vibes. Ah, you're kidding me. I can't wear their stuff. Ah, but it looks so cool. Oh, I was like, oh, I can't wait. But then it's like, no. And it's like, ah, okay. City Guard boots. I really like this City Guard set as well, but I probably won't be wearing that.
Tabbed like a pig. We tabbed like a pig. Hang on. What's this?
Note regarding excavation. Magistra Yela. I do understand your skepticism, but we are on the right track. This Scarag mage, and no, this is not meant to relevise her questionable worldview, has found undeniable coherences between these Dalgard stones and the Grandmaster theories. Should she be right, she should be our only chance to get something like magical protection. On that note, Grandmaster Arenthal knows what he is doing. Loath as I am to admit it, his son's mage have been nothing but helpful thus far. Marek. Marek!
By the prophet's ass.
It is Marek and his trusty imaginary friend Melvin.
I don't believe it.
What? Oh goodness. Sorry, my head just decided to do a thing right there. What?
They're orders. My assistant Seth. It seems he's the reason these fuckers managed to take us by surprise.
By the time you're 18? Oh goodness. No. No. I'm 22 and I don't want kids for at least another like 50 years. You have my sympathy.
Save it for Sev when I shove this staff up his ass and fire a thunderbolt.
I think she was indeed designed with fan service in mind. She was definitely designed with fan service in mind. It's unfortunate that they didn't work on her face well enough. Yeah, those are childbirthing hips. Like, that is an attractive trait to men.
It's fire. So, these guys really are trying to destroy our research.
Interesting shit.
We have to do something. You're adept at magic, right? Take this spell and use it to put out the fires. If I'm right, the mercenaries are trying to destroy the stone fragments, and we have to stop them. You take the lower part of the ruin. Try to save as many stones as you can.
Ah, crap baskets.
And when it's all done, we'll meet here again. Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah.
If you should find my assistant Sev down there, try to take him alive and bring him to me. I want to take care of him myself. Okay? Then let's get going.
No promises. Yeah. I mean, I do have to give them props because they did make a different character model, but damn, they definitely focused that character model on fan service. Time to use some elementalism magic. Well, crap. Damn it, no. There we go, I've read them. it is sometimes, but thankfully I have a good relationship with both my baby moms. Also, it just auto-crypts it. But yeah, at least you have a good relationship with them. My sister, her baby daddy is a good person. At least he...
Oh, Malthus, big praise! Hey, over here! Help me! What are you waiting for? Help me, damn it! Put out the fire!
I'm putting it out. Calm down. There you go. Oh, hello.
Yes, I swear it.
Good fight. Ah, I can't see. That's just a corpse, thankfully. Freeze! Freeze, jerkbag! Freeze! Maybe. There we go. Thankfully, I can cast magic for very long periods of time. And I'll deal with the rest of these, and then I'll just loot on my way back. He is not, no. He's... like... I'd probably describe him as like a shit stain on society. But, you know. I don't know, it's just like... I mean, that's just my personal interpretation, primarily because the dude was like... emotionally abusive to my sister, and I do not appreciate that. Novice Robe of the Order. I'll take those, if anything, because they look good. But yeah, no, he was like emotionally and mentally abusive to my sister. Which, I mean, he played on her insecurities. You know, that's just what he, you know, that, like my sister is definitely has some issues, so it makes sense that she attracts people who are not the best. This guy could take some fucking damage. There we go. We got him. Now raising your kid is nasty, I feel you. Yeah. But, I mean, like, he's trying to be in his kid's life, well, one of his kids' life. He has a kid that was started up, in a different relationship, that he never sees. But he wants to see my daughter, or, I almost said my daughter, my niece. Which I think is kind of strange. Come on. The aiming on this thing is annoying. Okay, let's go back and loot everything. So what was I saying? But yeah, he wants to be in my niece's life, which makes me really nervous as to what his intentions are, because I don't think that they're anything good. But yeah, he's one of the, like, I see both my kids and they don't have the same moms. I, like, and, you know, freaking respect to you for that, man. Because, you know, this guy is just like, this guy just doesn't care about one of his kids. He doesn't care about his son, but he cares about his daughter. Which, the guy also has a past as a pedophile, so definitely extremely nervous about that, you know? Like, I'm nervous that if she gets older, I may have to kill someone. Specifically her father, you know? But let's face it, I probably won't have to. It's like, someone else in my family probably will, though. We'll see. Less of an asshole, more of a shitbag. Yeah, that's a pretty good way to put it. I raised some red flags as soon as you said pedophile. It typically does for most people, yeah. No, that makes sense. Which, you know, he's done the time as well, so like I would hope that after doing the time he is a better person, but just from what I've seen of him, I don't know, you know? Like, I believe that everyone does deserve their chances. What? The Wanderer tells the near me is fire breather. Interesting. Like, I want to believe that everyone who goes to jail can hopefully be reformed and reintegrate into society. How you only love half your kids, nasty ass man to me. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Also, I'll just go ahead and... There we go. And then I'll just go ahead and put on those Novice Robe of the Order. Because they have better defense. And they look much cooler, you have to admit. Maybe I'll do all of my potion making some other time. Yeah, so, you know, I'm worried that when she gets older, that he might be like, and, you know, try and play on, like, her insecurities or something. You know, I'm very worried about that. Right, and like, this is a guy who, like, went to, what do you call it? He went to an auto shop and, like, the people that, were there, you know, were just like, I mean, you know, we need to replace, like, 2 of your tires, and or maybe it was 3. We need to replace, like, 3 of your tires, and it was like, oh, well, I can only pay for 1. And they had the heart in it to be like, yeah, you know what, okay. You know, we just want to make sure that you're safe. And they went ahead and reduced the... They went ahead and just let him pay for 1. And he only had to pay... Yeah, he only had to pay for 1, and he got 3. He turns around away from them, pulls out his wallet, and had like $2,100 bills, and it's like, you mean you could, you mean you're a cheap asshole who didn't want to pay, is what you are. It's not that you couldn't pay, it's that you don't want to pay, and you know that they would do it for free. You're a horrible person. Oh, that's cool. For my family's been that trim, well, jail if not prison for him. Also, I contest that I agree with the notion that I hope they change rather than see him as unchangeable. I wish your sister and niece the best, man. I do too. I wish them the best in all cases, but you know, like, my sister is not exactly the brightest of people, I would say. I love her. She is my sister after all, but I mean, she definitely reinvokes patterns, if that makes sense.
Well, I'll be damned. That's what I call good timing.
Indeed.
I take it you were successful?
Yeah,
what
it
about
took
the fragments. Did
dude,
you
it
save
took
them?
you so much longer than it did me. I did.
All
They're
of
all
them?
safe.
Call me a pregnant Lyran. You
You're a
really
pregnant
are good at what
Lyran.
you do. You won't regret it, I swear.
Sure.
What about Sev? Did you find him?
I did, yes.
Fuck. That little shit. I was hoping I could make him tell us who's behind all this. Well, whatever. No use crying over spilt milk, I guess. What's your name, anyway?
Sure.
Amidst all this, we didn't have time for formalities.
Rin Sin, pleased
You're
to meet
pleased? Well, that's good to hear. I actually had the feeling that I was a little rough on you. Sorry for that, really. Sometimes I just have a short fuse.
you. Oh man, she's softening up
let's
to
talk
us.
about the reason you're here.
She's getting my little
For
game
starters,
game
tell me
up
how
on
you
you
managed
so
to get
hard.
the old ranter to trust you. That doesn't happen very often.
It's a long story. Here,
I've got time.
summary. Black screen summary.
Uh-huh. So, you're saying that you learned all this, the magic, the swordplay, in such a short time? That's fascinating, to say the least.
I know, before I
And
could
these
hardly
visions,
manage to
if
beat
I
the crap out of
understand
two
correctly,
sailors.
You foresaw the death of the two apothecary?
Sure. Yes, I know how crazy all this sounds.
It does indeed. But hey, who am I to judge? Here you are, the mysterious stranger who appeared out of thin air and, without much fuss, took out an entire group of sellswords. And even better, now you tell me that these skills come from studying magic for only a couple of weeks, and that you can see the future. You certainly are full of shit.
I beg your pardon.
Not you, sorry. I mean, I just had a strange thought.
Maybe it's the end times.
No, that would be crazy. Way too unlikely.
Well, unlikely isn't a stranger these days. What do you mean?
Well, I'd like to speak freely, but I'm bound to my agreement with the Holy Order. However, I will tell Constantine and old Aranthiel about my theory. And you will probably have to be patient until the latter decides to put you in the picture. Sorry. But if my idea is correct, then we'll be in a position to really kick ass. Anyway, hold still for a moment. Ready? All right, let's do this. Don't worry, it'll just tickle a bit.
I'm floating. I don't like this. Ah! She just launched me into the
Are
ether.
you all right? That wasn't on purpose.
You exploded
Really?
my heart, you savage. Why you do this? About little. Never.
Oh
Never
my.
mind.
You really do look terrible. I will make this right, I promise. I have no idea what just happened. The ritual isn't exactly harmless, but normally you shouldn't feel more than a weak tickle at most,
You
regardless
shot
of how
me
it goes
into
down.
the ether.
But, maybe this has something to do with the strangeness of your aura. I already said this, but it's so different.
What's going on here? That's a good question, Captain. I don't know. I'm very similar to a lot of people, but it's a lot of the most interesting people, I would say. You know, because I'm totally tooting my own horn right now, because I gotta. You're not the first one to tell me that. What exactly do you mean?
It's hard to explain. Somehow complex and cold, maybe. But hey, I'm probably just out of practice. It worked, and that's what matters.
Sure.
Your fever will now settle down to an endurable level, and maybe even vanish if you're careful. And now, I suggest you return to Constantine. I will get the stones to safety in the meantime. You need anything else? If not, see you later. We're going to meet again. I can feel it.
And I can feel you. Oh! So what are these stone fragments good for? You didn't tell me.
Well, put simply, they're supposed to protect us. but old Aranthiel will tell you more about it later.
Alright, then see you around.
Take care.
I'm almost dead because of you.
Huh? Go see Const.
Let's just have ourselves a good old cheese wheel.
An arc. I'll see you back at the temple.
God, eating a cheese wheel, like an entire cheese wheel, would be torture. Wait, what? Oh. Like, it would hurt. Oh, and you wouldn't be able to poop for days. It worked, and he's almost dead. Honestly, eating a cheese wheel should kill me. Like, with the amount of health I have right now, eating a cheese wheel should, like, just put me down. Because, let's face it, that's... How'd she come down from up here? How'd she get up here? Oh, that's how. And there should be like a doorway or something that is the level that she was on? I guess not. Oh, there's a, I mean, there's a mine right here. I'll... Wait. No. Yeah, because this is the way I went in order to... This doesn't make sense. Cheese wheel sounds great. Cheese wheel and crackers. That's the thing that you gotta remember. Also, I always forget that with the cheese wheel, like, the outside is only shiny because it's wax. I always forget that. Like, I love looking at cheese and cheese wheels and being like, wow, like, how'd they get the outside to look so different from the inside? It doesn't even look like cheese. It's like, because it's not. It's wax. It's wax. Because you gotta try and cut off as much moisture and air to the cheese as humanly possible in order to make it last as long as humanly possible. So yeah, you cover the entire thing in wax, and that way no air can get to it, and therefore it won't get all moldy. And then it's good to eat for a very long time, because I don't think cheese can actually go bad. Lift watch discovered. Sweet. I'm hungry as shit now. Dude. Honestly, I'm kind of...
Now look
Hello.
at that. A lonesome traveler.
I'm with you. I'm hungry
Some
too.
folks just never
I've made
learn.
myself hungry. Fight him, not me. Ow. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get dunked on, scrub. I sure did dunk on her. I don't know what I just picked up. I don't really care. I'm sure I'll come across it later and then I'll just drop it. Yoink. Garlic, some stew, a carrot, iron ingot. We're good to go. Again, I'm gonna have to sell a whole bunch of just random knickknacks and doodads and wumbly boos. Some forschnas and wing wangs and musty prawn juice. Gonna have to sell them. I want to say that cave is up there. Pit shelter discovered. Huh. I'm very tempted, but at the same time, maybe later. What time is it for you? It is 3:30 a.m. It is late AF. I'll probably be... I mean, I'm gonna go for maybe another half hour before I end up ending the stream. Because I I'm used to staying awake this late. Well, actually, no. No, that's a lie. I'm no longer used to staying awake this late. But I'm desperately trying. The dunking of the highwaywoman. The highwayman. Me too. Well, I would hope so. If you and Captain Crow were on different time zones, I'd actually be really scared. Because that would make no goddamn sense.
Yes?
Oh, okay. The beggar actually looks scared, and with the depth perception, it kind of looked as though those 3 guards were surrounding her. It looked like they were going to, like, gang stomp on her and be like,
Thanks again for your help.
why you coming to the front gate this time of day? And she's like, I live here. I have nowhere to go. I don't have anywhere to live in the city. And they just be like, your story checks out, but we gotta give you a beating anyways. Because that's just how things go here in Enderal. And then, you know, they like break her kneecaps and they're just like, now don't come back here again. And then they find her like, you know, like an hour later and they're like, what did we tell you? And she's just like, oh, I can't move. Ooh, what is this? Hey, it's Angsty. How's it going, Angst? This is Enderal. Is an overhaul mod for Skyrim that completely changes everything, including the lore. Like the only things that they're really using are just the engine.
Watch yourself. The streets aren't safe this time of the day.
The engine and the and models, and even then they tried to change up all of the models that they can as well. So a lot of the models are changed too. But it's an amazing overhaul. If you haven't played it, but you have Skyrim, I would definitely suggest looking at a download tutorial and just grab it.
Holy ground,
it's worth it.
Outlander.
Also, let me go do my selling in case I get dragged into another quest. This is the Noble's Quarter. I should just have to go down into the marketplace and then... The next story segment might tickle your fancy while helping your knowledge making the Enderal D&D if you ever make one. I'm considering it. I don't know if I ever will, but I'm still considering it. It definitely would be an interesting thing just to have Arcane Fever as a mechanic, where it's like, oh yeah, on top of you healing your ally,
No matter how hard I try.
Arcane Fever.
Yes, and the problem.
Okay, this is not the noble area of which I am familiar with. This is very different. Where am I?
Okay.
I'm scared. Like, I gotta get out of here, man. This isn't right. I joined Twitch today. Thank you for the welcome. Oh, crap. Nice. Welcome, Angst. Good to see you, my dude. I'm happy that, yeah. How are you enjoying it so far? That doesn't matter. Yeah.
Help you?
People of this holy city.
My spinal cord is probably in need of alignment. Probably.
Uh-huh.
What you got for sale?
I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
Hey, shut up. Man, this guy's such a jerk. Sell 2 of those. Let's see, got a bunch of corundum ore. I got a bunch of condom ore. Got all this iron, which I don't really need. Ah, a mug is what I picked up. Don't need the quicksilver. Don't need the silver. I'm holding on to the spare parts because it takes a lot for this to actually weigh anything, so I'm just fine with it. House at the marketplace. I still haven't found it. A new Twitcher twitching with us. Hope you're having a decent time on the site. Yeah, same. I hope you've been enjoying it. Honestly, Twitch to me is honestly one of the most fun sites that I've ever come across. Because it's just like you go on and yeah, next thing you know, you're chatting with people. It's a great place to make friends. I've actually made some really long-lasting friends on Twitch. Well, on Twitch. I just followed on Twitter. Hey, welcome. Honestly, I need to start posting whenever I go live on Twitter. I do it on the Discord. I need to start doing it on the Twitter as well, but I keep forgetting because it's just so easy to forget Twitter. At least for me. I don't know. How often do you guys use Twitter? Because for me, not very often. For me, it's like, let me give an update of my day. Okay, bye. And then I'm gone. I can get rid of that. Don't really need these anymore, do I? No, not really. I got these Galliant shoes instead. If you do it on Twitter, I'll definitely see. Okay, well, I'll have to remind myself to start doing that then. Let me just sell that. Okay. I'll try and start doing that then. It's one of those things where I gotta get into the mindset of doing it, and then I'll just consciously be like, right, gotta do this. Keep those, wait. I can store that one away. I don't need 21 of those. Probably good with just that. Don't need 22 of these. Because I get most of my mana back just by drinking wine, so yeah. I think that's good. I'm down to 220. That's not bad, right? I don't think. Could store away a crap load of my food, but we'll just do that. That should be good. I'm on Twitter constantly. Ah, I see. Well, okay. Well, I'll have to start saying whenever I go live on Twitter as well. Because I do it, again, I do it on the Discord. Because I guess it's because I'm on Discord constantly, but I'm never on Twitter. Twitter is one of those things where it's like, ah, you exist. I forgot. But, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to start doing that whenever I check on streamers' tweets, so not usually. Yeah. Twitter is one of those things I probably use maybe like once a week. Once, maybe twice a week. Yeah, I just go, ah, so that's what they were dealing with that day, 5 days ago. Man, I hope they're doing better. And then I'm like, and then I send them like a message and I'm like, are you okay? And they're like, why the fuck are you messaging me? And I'm like, I saw your thing 5 days ago. Are you doing better? And they're like, it's been 5 days. You're a little late. And I'm just like, I just wanted the thought to matter. The magician's favorite companion. Not wrong. Well, Mouse just might not use Discord often, so it's understandable. I'm not gonna pressure anyone in order to join my Discord or my Twitter. I could set up an alarm to tell people to follow, though. Or not an alarm, but a reminder to tell people to follow, just because that does help to support me. Because the road to
Move along.
those robes look gaudy AF. They look very tacky, and they make you look fat. Look at how fat you are because of those robes. I hope you feel bad. I don't really hope she feels bad. I just want her to change her clothes. I just forget about, yeah, so like for Mouse, Discord to you is what Twitter is to me. It's just that thing that exists but you forget about. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just take the time to start
well,
and they have a clipping issue. Exactly, Scrublord. You're seeing the problem. They need to change this. But yeah, no. I'll just start posting on Twitter whenever I go live as well. It'll take some time to get used to. The Shari performed the ritual on me. There were problems in Old Rushengrad.
yes, I know. She's already told me everything. Good work, even though part of her report seemed to be a bit enthusiastic. But
I
I'll
should
leave the
already
judgment
tell you.
to Aranthiel. He wants to talk to you anyway. Seems you've caught his interest.
How did she get to you before me? I made a beeline back here. Tell me again, who exactly is Aranthiel?
Didn't I tell you that already? He's the highly esteemed, holy Grand Master of the Order. Tilor Aranthiel, son of Lorius I, praised be his name. An old legend, risen from the dead, or something like that.
I see.
Pathlessness, wherever you look.
Where can I find him?
In the Emporium, the last building on the left side of the temple. Just tell the guard that Aranthiel has asked for you, and they will let you in. Ah yes, before I forget, my dame Lucy has left a token of gratitude for you. It's your choice. Do you want a book, an old map, or a bag of pennies?
Of course I want the +2 learning points. 150 pennies is not worth it. 150, like, the books that you can grab that give you learning points cost 1,000. This is effectively 2,000 pennies. The treasure could be could be worth anything, but with my diplomacy, not very much. Why would anyone not choose the +2 learning points? Wait, hold on. 2 learning points. Is it worth 2,000? I think. I'm gonna try streaming my own Skyrim now.
Very well. Now get a move on. I'm sure we'll talk again later.
+2 learning points added to my inventory? What? As a book? It would be under here. Yeah. Oh, it's worth 260.
Now,
Anxie, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. And hey, good luck with your stream. I hope you enjoy it and have fun with it, okay? Take care of yourself. I love you.
This is holy.
Treasure maps is useful as a scallywag sword. Nothing is as useful as they be. What? You lost me, Captain. You lost me, Captain. Oh, Captain, me Captain. I'm gonna take my dogs out too. But yeah, I'll probably be ending the stream soon. I'm gonna see what this whole deal's about, and then wait. Actually, is this the right way? I'm sure I could probably get there via here. Maybe. We'll see.
It is a suspicion, Teela. And to send an entire division across the sea because of a suspicion is madness.
Yo, how's it
We
going?
need to find out who sent the mercenaries.
Yo, how's it going?
This Pegast said that they were after the Signet Stone, and if they succeed in getting hold of it next time, then the Black Guardian alone knows how to stop the cycle.
The cycle. Listening
Have a
to
good
you
night,
talk
Mouse.
almost
I'm gonna
makes
be
me
ending
forget
soon
that
anyway,
all this
so you're not
fuss
missing
here is
anything.
merely based on some bad
Have a good
dreams
night,
you and
okay?
your
Pleasant
Nerevese
dreams and
friends
all
had.
that.
The threat is real. Deny it as much as you like, but deep inside, you feel it as much as I do.
Teela, you're a commander, and a commander doesn't care about feelings, but about facts. You have made this mistake before, Teela, back then in Kira.
Natara,
this guy looks
the mission
pretty
will
badass.
happen. I'm sorry.
You have a visitor.
Sup? I've been standing
So,
here.
You are the prodigy everyone is talking about. Interesting. I am Teela Aranthia, son of Larius I and Grandmaster of the
Ooh,
Order.
he stand professional.
I'm honored to meet you. What is your name?
Zane of Asgard, welcome to the stream. Do you know how much a polar bear weighs? Enough to break the ice. How's it going, guys? It's going good. How you doing today, Zane? Rin Sin, you want to see me?
Yes, and I will come straight to the point. You are here because I believe that you are special. Humanity faces a threat that needs to be stopped.
This is actually some
to achieve
professional
this,
level voice
you are
acting.
indispensable.
You're talking about the Red Madness,
Among
aren't you?
other things, yes. I do not need to explain to you that the present situation on Veen is chaotic. The wars, the living dead, common people who are losing their minds, to name only the most obvious.
That's fair.
What most people are not aware of is the
Trying to build
connection
on
between
Skyrim.
these events.
Always fun.
You,
Always
however, have encountered it, as have I.
So when it comes to two-handed, Zane, Claymore, Warhammer, or War Axe. I think it's War Axe. I don't know. The Lorax. I like to use the Lorax. Ah! The visions, so you know where they come from.
I do. And
Of course
I will
he does.
explain everything to you. What it means, who we are, and what your part in all of this is. Come.
Oh, well, he may have
follow
meant
me.
Blade Dancer.
Maybe you
I may be,
already
I
know
may be
who
the
I
one
am.
confused.
My entire life, I ruled Vin, until their death 2 years ago. What you probably do not know is that the one responsible for their death is my son, Narazul.
Claymore all the way.
He hated
Damn
the
straight.
Lightborn because he believed that they robbed their right to freedom.
I don't know what's
So he
going on with
strived
his
to
voice
overthrow
lines.
them. He found followers.
I don't think it's a
formed
corruption in
an
his
army
voice
and
lines. I think
declared
it's
war on them.
just an issue in
And
the
thus, on me, a servant of the Lightborn
playback,
as well.
probably. It's all good, though.
It all ended in a battle 30 years ago.
Sure.
Which Narazul won.
Claymore
he killed
is the
every
correct-
single survivor
Claymore's the only
except for
correct
me,
choice.
and locked me in a dungeon on Nerim. I still do not know why he spared me.
Axe is a close second, though. Hammer, though... Hammer is a never. Hammer's just a never. If Narazul was your son, why do you hate the gods so much? Shouldn't he have been, I don't know, devoted to them?
There were
Get burned,
circumstances favoring
Axes
the
are cool.
development.
Yeah.
But it's a long story, which we
Axes
won't
are if
discuss
you're running
now.
like a barbarian or more specifically an orc. If you're running an orc, axes all the way. Anything else has to be a claymore, probably. So the Lightborn are really dead. If you, the Order of the Gods, acknowledge that fact, why do people not know about it?
Good question. Because at the moment, stability is the highest good. Even more so considering what we are facing. The rulers of Kira and Kile both made the mistake to acknowledge the death of the gods to their people, and the civil wars that followed in their countries are evidence of the chaos that such a revelation entails. Enderal is the cradle of the Order of the Gods, the epitome of theocracy. It is unthinkable what would happen if we confirmed these rumors. I am sure you understand this.
Maybe when all this is over that will change, but for now it is imperative that we deny all rumors of that kind.
Oh, so the gods are definitely dead. Okay, well. And Enderal's the only one saying, no, no, they're alive. They're alive. Listen, we have to have hope. They're alive. Well, I heard they're dead. Shut up. Shut up. They're alive. Stone him. Stone him to death. The gods are alive and he must be stoned. Who has a stone? Does anyone have a stone? Nope. Okay, just light him on fire then. Tar and feather. Tar and feather.
Yes, after more than 30 years, when the death of the gods made the magic around the prison disappear. And during my escape in the northern mountains of Nirium,
I'm not with you there.
I also had them for the first time. The dreams.
I don't know. I'm a supporter of the Imperial. Or the Imperials, I should say. I understand the Stormcloak position, but I myself personally believe in the Imperials. Now, if we could have a true order to Skyrim, I believe that it lays within the Dark Brotherhood, though. Maybe. I don't know, the Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild wouldn't be the worst leaders. Except for the common folk, but...
And I felt like
well,
I was burning up
the Thieves Guild would be terrible for the common folk, supposedly.
Like a veil.
Unless it's the Imperial City Thieves Guild.
At first, of course, I
That's for
dismissed
the
these dreams as the delusion of a man.
Dark Brotherhood, though.
So I concentrated on making it through the mountains somehow.
That'd be
2 days
strange
after
government.
my escape, I was completely exhausted, and I would have died if a former acolyte of my son had not found me.
Okay. An acolyte of your son? But weren't they your enemies then?
Yes, but he did not recognize me, and brought me to their headquarters instead, an old monastery in the mountains. The others were aware of my identity, but for whatever reason they did not kill me. Maybe because they thought that the death of the Lightborn had made me insignificant.
I like the powerful Roman armor that they're wearing.
Even after my recovery, the dreams continued.
I like the cape hooks that they have. It actually makes sense for the cape hooks.
He said something that I'd never expected. I was not alone. He, as well as many others, magically gifted on Vin, dreamed the same. And the more we talked about the matter, the stronger our suspicion grew, which is now to be the truth. Dreams. They come from the same place. They are a shared memory.
Them high elves all should be sacrificed in Sithis, I mean Talos' name. No, the high elves are the big issue, and no, I feel as though the only reason the Imperials are even negotiating with them is just so to buy time, because they weren't able to win is the real problem. They couldn't win against the high elves, so they had to surrender. But now it's just bide time until they can take everything back. Shared memory, you mean the dreams originate from a common mind?
The collective subconscious, yes. I know that you can feel it too, and probably far more intense than we do.
Hooks for the
But like you back then, we were not able to make sense of the images. So we went looking for answers in the remains of the civilization that was before us, the Pyreans.
That's the excavations, like in old Russiangrad. What did you find out?
3 things. First, there were many civilizations before us and before the Pyreans. Maybe hundreds, maybe thousands. Second, the history of each civilization unfolded and still unfolds according to a pattern. They emerge, they blossom, and at some point, at the apex of their existence, they simply disappear without any trace.
We're looking at an island, I
think?
think?
That has happened in the past years,
No, that's still
and which
part
is
of
still
Enderal.
happening,
That's just a mountain.
indicates that this disappearance lies ahead of us. We are
Only
part
join
of
the
an eternal
Stormcloaks
loop,
for the fashion.
a cycle.
The general
And our
outfit for the
cycle
Stormcloaks is
approaching
pretty
its
damn
end.
good. And it's light armor too, so if you're running like a barbarian, that's really good light armor. However, for I think with the Imperials, with their heavy armor, I think it fits pretty nicely. Not as good as just like steel armor though, if you're going for the heavy armor look. Or sorry, steel plate armor. I believe I can ask a few questions first. Patton, you mean that the chronicles of each civilization are identical?
Not identical, but one can split them up into episodes which repeat themselves in the very same manner, into patterns.
So this is your explanation for the Red Madness? The wars?
Yes, dramatically put, they're the envoys of the end.
Oh, okay. Well, thank goodness. Hundreds of prophets have predicted the end of the world and it never happened. I admit that this world has been seen brighter days, but isn't this a little too much of a leap?
I see why you would say that, and I've felt the same way for a very long time too. But there came a moment when we simply could not deny it anymore. We began to study the history of the Pyreans more intensely, and the parallels were extraordinary. In its early days, the Pyrean Empire was split up by a disaster, just like Vin was split up by the Starfall after the reign of the Eterna. Also, the Pyreans had a ruling caste who declared themselves gods after the catastrophe. The two castes of the Sun Priest. They too ruled
Red and black
until
is always
they were
going to be
overthrown.
fashionable.
This overthrowing was followed by an outbreak of wars and chaos. And then, just like that, the Pyreans ceased to exist. They knew it was imminent, but they could not prevent it. They called this event the Cleansing.
Yeah, I mean, like the major like fashion colors that go well together are like red and black, blue and white, and then I don't know, that only leaves like yellow and gray. But nobody likes yellow, and nobody really cares enough for gray. So you know, we don't talk about those. The Pyreans knew about the threat. Why didn't they try to do something about it?
They tried, but they failed. Who knows why? Maybe they found out too late, or maybe they were too weak.
How in blazes can an entire civilization just disappear? Oh. Hey, Zane of Asgard, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
That is the question we need to find an answer to. The end was not violent, at least not in the sense as we know it. There was no natural disaster, no magical explosion, no plague. Even though there was war in the Pyrean Empire before its ruin, when the cleansing happened, it was as if all living beings simply fell down and died. It is ghastly.
And where do I come in? Where do these visions and my powers come from?
Well, this is the reason why we need your help. Not only episodes of history recur within every cycle, characters do as well.
Characters recur?
Yes. The Pyreans call them the emissaries. They emerge very shortly before the cleansing occurs, like a law of nature, an answer to the Red
The Iron
Madness.
Soldier, I call him.
And I am one of them. As are you. While I take on the role of the ruler, you take on the role of the prophet.
Ah, we're getting into an upper arcana deck, are we? Okay, so where's the Lord, the Savior, the Hanged Man, the Fool, the Death? Where are all of these ones as well? So I'm supposed to be the prophet.
It's just a description. Call it what you will.
I meant steel.
But without
okay,
doubt,
steel soldier.
it is the truth.
I gotcha.
Your story matches the descriptions perfectly.
I take it, this is the reason the Neramise mages are here, isn't it? Firespark, Pegast, Sharin.
Yes. Former enemies or not, both sides have understood the magnitude of the threat. The magical knowledge of Narazul's former mages is vast, as is the power of the Holy Order. Even though not all of the Keepers agree, as you probably have already noted yourself.
And why me of all?
I do not know. Firespark the Mage has told me your story, and even though your fate is tragic, Unlike me, you were insignificant before your change. So maybe everyone can become an emissary. We simply have not understood the pattern yet.
If I play a role, does that mean that something is controlling me? Controlling us?
No. As I already said, the emissaries simply appear at the beginning of the end, like pieces on a chessboard. We are determined by our skills. How and to what end we use them is our choice.
What defines this profit?
On the one hand, your power. You carry the potential to master any skill within a fraction of the usual time needed. I assume you have already realized this.
Yeah, I could cast master
entropy
entropy
spells. Your
spells.
ability to look into the past, and therefore into the future.
Got a backstory and everything for him. Isn't that a wonderful thing, Zane? How role-playing games allow you to just create a character and then you say, and then you like create them, you play through the game, and then it's like, you know what, I really like this character, and you kind of start creating like a backstory and a like entire fiction for them, and then that becomes a wonderful like tool for creating a D&D character, because you have all this to work with, and it's just like D&D. They're into D&D and people are, and yeah, it's so cool. I love role-playing games just because they get people that start up into the past and therefore into the future. What do you mean?
Your visions are a window into the past. And as every cycle is based on the same events, it is a window into the future as well. You can feel the thread this world is woven with. And because of that, you can see things that have happened, and thus will happen again. This gift makes you indispensable to us, and it is why I want your help.
I mean, in all honesty, I support an independent New Vegas, so details. If this doesn't interest me?
Hollow words. Deep inside, you know your responsibility. Trust me, we are more alike than you believe.
I know what they mean by this thanks to the loop. When you think that we can overcome this cycle in the first place after hundreds of civilizations have failed?
That is the wrong question. The correct question is, what alternative do we have? To wait and die?
What's in for me if I help you?
If it is wealth and power you seek, you will have it. The Order has enough of both.
Alright, if I can help, I will try to do so.
However, there's one more thing before the actual work begins. I want you to join our Order, and to do so, you have to pass a test. A trial.
I'm already wearing the clothes, so is this really necessary?
It is. Whatever you think about our story, we are the only faction that is strong enough to oppose the cycle. If you want to be part of our mission, you need to have access to our knowledge and resources. There will be voices in the Order speaking against your admission, as they are speaking against the presence of the Naramese mages. Consider it an honor or a necessity. It is up to you.
What kind of test?
It is the trial the novices have to pass in order to be exalted to the role of a keeper. Only the best students of the Squalor are allowed admission, and even though you have not been a novice, I want you to take it too. At this very moment, 2 novices are on their way to the testing grounds. I have informed them about your arrival.
Ooh. Where are the 2 novices?
I have only a slight acquaintance with them. However, I know that they are both very talented and have been working hard toward the test. But see them for yourself.
You've already informed them. How could you know that I'd agree?
I had a hunch. Let us leave it at that.
But what if I but what if I choose to not go there? Ah, checkmate, fool! You have lost. Very well. Where can I find them?
At the border to the Heartland, near the Whisper Wood. They will be waiting for you there. Take the Myret, talk to Signet Master Bartar, and hand him this package. And then follow his orders. Oh, one more thing. It might be self-evident, but keep your knowledge about the death of the Lightborn to yourself. I do not believe you can do any real harm, but in the worst case, path-abiding people will consider you a heretic. After the cycle has been stopped, we will deliberate upon how we deal with the matter, if and how we tell our people about it. But not now, that is for sure. No, leave. The sooner we can dispense with this formality, the better.
My goodness, that had to have been... That took forever.
Well, need something?
No. I like low-hanging ceilings. They make me happy. Okay, so... Actually, this is really pretty. Hey, and my chest is over there. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Been going for almost 4 hours now. And it is getting late, so there's that. So, ignore all of that. So let me take a look. Let me see if there's anyone I can throw you guys at who might be able to entertain you. Probably just let auto-host do its thing if it does anything. In any case, have a wonderful night, all of you. You all stay safe. Remember to not text and drive. Do not drink and drive. 10-2 people, 10 and 2, and happy days and sunshine ahead. I'll see all of you guys later, and have a wonderful night. Pleasant dreams to you, and if it's daytime, happy days and sunshine ahead again. Bye, everyone.